Hi, guys. It's Brian is soup today.
Brian is soup.
Ryan,
Brian is soup today. If you do not
Superman.
get that, that means that you were not in our Twitch chat during our intro sequence, because it is a brain is soup day today to the extent that I could not spell brain. But hello and welcome, Echoes, to Empyrean Rising, a Cypher system-based game. I am Evie, pronouns are she, they, or any. I am the disaster GM and game runner for this fine, if disastrous group. Let's go ahead and go around to do our player introductions. Hopefully, we will be functional with it. Let's start with Excel today.
Oh, hello. Wow. I didn't expect this. Hello, everybody. That's me. I'm Extel. I've always been Extel, and I don't think I'll ever stop being Extel unless I turn into Brian. In which case, then I will be. You can find me at Extra the King on all the socials. My pronouns are he/him. I'm going to be playing Jax, whose pronouns are also he/him. And I'm excited. There's more stuff. I don't know if I should say yet, but
All right.
um, check me out. Oh, Jax is a not chaotic, free spirited warrior who needs no weapon and also rides the lightning as a battle mage.
Yes. All right. Let's jump over to Alina, our artist.
Hey everybody, I'm Alina, and I will be playing Kale, who is an empathic explorer who helps their friends and has the soul of a dragon. We are both they, them. I think I remembered all the things. We're doing great.
Bravo, bravo. I am proud of both of you. Maggie.
Hello. I'm Maggie. I use they, she pronouns, and I am having a day. And I'm playing Sybil, who's an overeager adept who would rather be reading and is a walking dream. And I did have to look at it because my brain is full of nothing but bees.
Good job either way. You still got it. You had it up. You had your
I did
character
have it
sheet
pulled
up.
up.
I am proud of you.
Good.
I forgot to check with everybody before game started. Does everybody have their character sheet and dice?
I was
We won't
born
need
like
those,
that.
right?
Okay. Well, last but certainly not least, my fellow staff member, Joel.
Hi, I am Joel. I use any pronouns, and I'm playing Val Mistforge, who currently uses she/her pronouns, and is an appealing speaker who moves like a cat and rises from the depths.
We got a hydrate in chat. So if you got it, hydrate.
Called out.
Awesome.
Immediately called out.
Nice chai. Nice chai today.
It's too hot to not be hydrated.
Check out my ceaseless watcher mug for all you Magnus Archives
Yes.
girlies out there.
Damn.
I love it.
Oh, we've got a bunch of people in chat. Frandy, welcome.
Ooh.
Introductions. I will post things in things and stuff. Brian is soup, guys. Anyway, as announcements, just as a reminder, this coming week will actually be, this coming Friday will actually be the premiere for our new campaign, Once Upon a Reflection, another Cypher system-based TTRPG. This one, a bit of a twist on fairy tales and fairy tale worlds. Hope to see you there. It will be airing this Friday at 8:30 Central, or not Central, 8:30 Eastern. And what is that Pacific? That is a time Pacific. I don't have it
5.
written down.
Yeah, that's fair. It should
5.
be
What
5.
5:30.
5:30 Pacific. Yes, I can word. But it will be premiering this Friday. Tune in, see the cast, do the things, click the buttons. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can be notified when we go live. We are not always this brain is soup. today we are.
I
We
disagree.
also
Yeah, don't lie to the
Yeah,
people.
don't.
sometimes I hide it better. Okay. Um, but we also have another game coming out that will be run by Joel instead of myself. No Rest for the Wicked. You might hear a little bit more about that in our ending, not really introductions, but ending announcement type talky things. Um, and as a final announcements regarding the games, today is actually going to be Extel's last session with us. He has decided to step away for personal reasons, take care of some stuff, away from the screen. We will miss him terribly, but wanted to make sure that everyone knew to go ahead and enjoy it while he is here and say goodbye to him in chat. Wish him well.
And then we're gonna kill
Uh,
him. Just
Why?
immediately.
please don't. Please don't.
Why?
Just
What did I
immediately.
do?
It's a funeral. You have to have. I guess it's Brian. It's Brian's funeral.
Brian.
Brian's funeral.
Right.
It's Brian's funeral.
R.I.P.
Okay.
All our brains.
Anyway,
And all our Brians.
but yeah, in the corner of the screen, you will also see that we are still doing donations and a fundraising campaign for Congo for Tomorrow. Congo for Tomorrow is a non-governmental organization created to improve the future of youth within the Democratic Republic of Congo through better learning infrastructures. Go ahead and check them out via that QR code. The QR code should remain live for several weeks to several months after this episode airs. So if you are watching belated on YouTube, don't be afraid to scan it if you are able. But with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into our content warning and recap. As a content warning, we at the Archives would like to remind the audience that this is an adult content rated game, with adult language, depictions of violence and gore, possible mentions of loss or trauma, and or similar content. We do our best not to cross each other's lines, but for those listening, you have been warned. Last time, well, the group was attempting to just kind of settle in and just rest after the extreme situations of that they have been dealing with over the past couple of days, a couple of fights, long lost sibling figures, etc., etc. They had decided to take refuge in the grove that had grown in the green belt of the city due to the influence of Kale. While kind of settling in and trying to reset their sleep schedule to that of everyone else in the city, Kale did have a brief encounter with their mother when trying to check things out at the edges of the grove. It was awkward, to say the least, but they did determine that they would attempt to have a breakfast or brunch with each other in some fashion, while Kale's father was not currently present. Uh, in wait for that, everybody kind of recongregated at the pre-encased tea house of some kind, whatever was left of it, in the center of the grove, and talks were had. Dates might have been agreed upon. A bear snap in front of the house, and eventually giving Jax and Sybil some privacy. Hale and Val took a little bit of a walk. In that walk, as night had fallen, they were drawn to the edges of the grove, and as the sun set and the sky filled with stars, they found that there were glowing giant balls of floating light moving around in the general vicinity, seeming to come from on the top of the water district, the blue water district, and towards them. They had discovered that there were will-o'-the-wisps that came out at night in this area. Kale was the first to fall victim to the effects of these creatures, and gradually each one of them either went searching for the others or fell victim themselves. Jax, I think, being the only one that did not fail that intellect defense against them.
No, I did.
You did? And
Yeah,
then
I
you
did.
like
We all
recovered
we
like
all
the
succumbed
next
to
roll.
it.
Oh,
We all
Well,
did it. Yeah.
okay, then you recovered like the next roll or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those who were under the effects for longer happened to get the impression that they were needed somewhere, that they had to go somewhere. The wisps were attempting to either lead or influence them towards a location, a briefly forgotten large tree. And the one who was under the effect for the longest heard a voice calling to them, "Help, come to me." Sybil heard that voice, and it was the voice of her younger brother, Red. Having recovered for the most part, they did decide to go check things out and find out if that's really where the wisps were coming from. And now at maybe 1 or 2 a.m., still wide awake in the middle of the night, seeing the wisps dropping from the leaves of the tree that has grown from the side of this water-top research facility out of possible floating building material. They don't really know. Val has snuck into the building and come around and opened the doors from the outside. And they are standing there determining what exactly they want to do about the fact that this facility is not only even further enmeshed in the greenery and everything that had grown from this tree that was the very first thing that they investigated within the city, or possibly what other dangers there might be, especially having heard the voice calling to them for assistance. And go.
And go.
So when you say that this was cursed by the gods, Jax, can you feel anything? Is there any like god residue around?
I don't know. Like I'm not like I don't know if I'm a god yet. I don't know. There's a lot of when I died. It was a weird time, but it was like I could hold on. And is there any god residue around?
What is god residue, Kale?
Yeah, I would like to know what exactly it is that Jax is supposedly attempting to figure out, because what is god residue?
I mean,
Dandruff, right?
with the tree right there, I imagine a god's like seed, probably.
Don't you
Oh no. I thought more like, an aura. Like,
Ooh.
God did a magic thing here and we could still feel it.
Yeah,
I like-
is there any like residual influence here?
Go ahead and make
My
an
father.
intellect-based roll.
Are there little Jack siblings around? I think that's what we're getting at.
Oh, if I'm
Go
related
ahead
to
and
this, if I'm
make an
related to this tree,
intellect-based
I'm gonna
roll.
cry. Oh yeah, okay. Here we go. Here we go. That's a 19 on the die.
Oh,
Holy fuck!
19
Minor
to find
effect.
the god residue.
God.
Yeah, 19 to
my
find the god
dad's
residue.
Residue. Okay.
With
No.
a minor effect. What the fuck? This is gonna be a session, guys.
Look, we've been
This
going
is
for
gonna
5
be a
minutes and we're
session.
throwing our DM for a loop.
Father, is
Okay.
this you?
This is luckily not father. Father has eyes, as you might have noticed from being watched previously. But no,
We just started,
God
guys. We
Mayo,
just
God Mayo.
started.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Can we
man.
hold it together
God
for like
Mayo.
No.
We
Absolutely
can't.
not.
We can't.
There
That's
is
the
there
Where
is
do we
no
go
God
from
Mayo.
here?
The
Well-
tree is the tree is not daddy. There is no God Mayo.
Only way to go but down,
treading.
right? Right?
Yeah,
What the
Fuck.
fuck just
Okay.
happened?
everything. Don't
Don't
worry
know.
about it.
But
So
yeah,
So
Brian
so
Day.
you rolled a 19, which is a
Yeah,
minor effect. Um, there is nothing divine as far as you can tell about the area or the tree. You are like looking around. You can sense that there is something about this area, something that is misplaced almost. It feels separate from where it should be. Sort of like it's pulling from somewhere else, but it is not divine in nature as far as you can tell.
like the
As
tree is.
the everything spreading from the tree and to the tree itself.
Hmm,
Um,
gotcha.
the minor effect, I guess you could say, is that you are going to have an asset on your next roll for dealing with whatever is going on here, I guess. So just
Nice.
hold on to the fact that you got an asset. Because
Lovely.
what the fuck?
I think I think Jax does a really like big show of this. He's like he's doing like a whole like thing.
Oh yeah.
Um and he's like, ah, oh yeah, I got it. No, yeah. So no. But also this isn't. I mean, like I said before, this tree's not supposed to be here. The willows don't grow here. They usually. I mean, there is a. This city is on like a big ass lake, I guess. But also at the same time, they don't tend to be here in this area. Willows. They grow near large body of waters. Yes, because they need a lot of water. But like also at the same time, it's like it's not supposed to be here, and everything that is it and also comes from it is also feels like it's not supposed to be here. You know, probably
no,
has nothing to do with the fact that the gods strike this place like 1,000, 4,000. Time gets weird when you experience all of it.
I don't know what to say to that. Time it gets weird when you experience. You didn't experience
All
all
of
of
it.
it.
I don't know. I watched several civilizations in this very spot rise and fall, and hundreds and thousands of millions of lives, and end, and then come back, and then birth and re-death, and then building the civilization, magic returning, magic leaving, people living without it, with it, and then rebelling against whatever forces exist, and then the gods being mad about it, and it's a whole time.
I yeah.
If it helps it, my
I
aunt is the one who showed it to me.
no, I
Listen,
saw some of it.
No, oh, then you know, yeah, it's wild when
you
you
Wasn't
experience
the
all the time.
you saw through
yeah,
time as well?
yeah, it was wait, me which time are we talking about? The time that you were asleep or the time that you died?
The before I died, all the time I
The time
almost died.
the time yeah, that time, yes. I'm
Yeah.
thinking that the reason I don't remember any of this is because I blocked it out of my memory because I don't think I tracked with any of the things that you just said. Again, it is a lot. But you're right, it would have been most of time. She was just like scribbling in her notebooks of like, okay, I guess we have to deal with this now.
A lot of it was this very city, to be fair. Like I didn't experience the universe or anything, but
Oh, well, that's much better.
So much better. That fixes it.
I also saw weird visions of. Oh, I know it. I can't mention that. They asked me not to mention that. I won't mention it.
Ooh. Who asked you not to mention
Well,
something?
because I almost brought it up once, but
You can
Pico was
say
like,
who it
don't share
was. You
that." It
just
was Pico, but yeah, I was. They were like, "Don't share that," and I was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I just remembered that."
Right. Well, if it was Pico, I say let's respect his wishes.
Yeah, that's why I'm not talking about it.
I like pet the teapot, which is asleep right now in teapot form.
We're doing really good at not talking about it.
If
I mean, you
you
were all
ask us
there
not
when
to
it
speak of it,
happened. You
there's
know what I mean?
likely a very good reason not to speak of it.
Yeah.
I
I'm just
think
remembering all the times I've seen a lot of stuff. Like that time I saw thousands of kale.
I
Mm.
think that there's an actual limit to the amount of stuff I can put inside of my head. And I think that's what it is this conversation.
Right. Well, jumping back to practical matters, we know that
Mhm.
the roots of this tree stretch down into the underground
Then
a
they should not be
considerable
here. Yes.
ways, and that they come out somewhere near Buchan's study, but not in an area that we explored. If we were to climb down from here, it could be quite some time. And there's no guarantee that the caverns that we find are going to be intact, so it may be fairly hard going. Do we still want to push on?
You know what? There also may be dangerous creatures there that try to kill us, or dangerous people even that try to kill us. I'm in.
Aren't there everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, mm, this is the same place that we were drawn to at the very, very beginning, and the fact that we're all being drawn back to it again makes me think that we missed something. So we should probably investigate.
My main concern is that, well, twofold. One, that these things seem to be able to come into the grove, which is
They,
worrisome.
they
And
didn't seem
secondly, that we may not be the only ones that they've lured in here.
they didn't seem particularly hostile though. I mean, it's not great taking over somebody's entire being, but like it wasn't
I
bad.
It felt good.
I heard
Yeah.
one of my past selves tell me that it was dangerous though, and I woke up.
Oh,
So I think
I
I have
can't.
encountered these at some point, enough to remember in my heart that they're not good,
right.
or at least that
I
I
can
should be wary
imagine
around them.
a light that makes you feel real good and then tells you to go someplace that's definitely not a place that you're supposed to go to is
I
not a
mean,
good thing at all.
it's just it's the academy. It's not like
Hey, with a tree that's not supposed to be here, no one has an explanation of why it's here.
yeah.
Growing
I'm
out of
just
Wasn't the Academy also a repository of fairly unstable magical artifacts?
it
One of which is already
was
exploded.
I so I was how do we feel about experiments? Because
like, what do you mean, like
I mean
trying
like if
out new something new?
yeah, like if one of us gets taken over and then we just follow and see where it goes.
Oh,
That's the experiment. You can just follow. I mean, it's if it's drawing us to a specific place, it seems like the fastest way to be able to find that place would be to just let it take us
I'll do
there.
it.
I have already been affected by it, and then I tried to touch it a second time, and it did nothing.
Mm. Hmm.
It
I did,
it's worth a try, I suppose. We can shake the person out if it becomes dangerous.
well, we don't even know if it'll work if what Ball said is true. But yeah, we can. Are there any of these glowing lights still around? Hey, Jax, I don't think maybe you should. That
I
seems.
think I think I should in case it's like it is dangerous. Because I feel like I'm probably the one who can handle it the most if it is. And if you cannot be able to follow me, then so like if we lose, like if it happens and we lose the person, in any case, if it's a bad
Jax, I
place, I
think
feel
you're
like most of you
faster
might
than
get.
all of us.
Yeah, we're gonna
That's true.
lose
I
you
am.
immediately.
I don't know. Will I start like booking it as fast as I go to the next place, or is it like a Like I just need to go there.
Well, has it happened to you yet?
I mean, I was calm real quick for a moment there, but then I snapped out of it. It was like quick. I probably wasn't under for more than like a minute,
Are
maybe
we
even less.
opposed to this idea in general? Okay, well then, no nodding unless you're proposing a different solution.
Well, just I opened the front door.
Yeah, but we're
We
gonna.
could walk in there like normal people
Yeah, but we don't know
and
where we're
look
going.
around with our eyes.
Yeah, but we're not normal people.
Well, we
We're
know that
us.
whatever
So
was
we are the
coming
new
to us
normal.
wasn't leading us to the top of the tree, so it makes sense that it may be leading us to the bottom of the tree.
Are
I
there
Accessible by going in
don't
the
think
building.
I also don't think whatever was calling us was actually evil in nature.
are there any of those like glowing light thingies around?
Well, as you guys were initially, at least, in the doorway where Val had opened it for you guys, not in your immediate vicinity. They do seem to be dropping from like the various branches and leaves of the tree, growing and like floating off to
Okay,
find hosts,
so they're
victims,
not like
people you don't
coming
know.
back. They're just going out, and then the people would come back.
Yes.
Great.
Well, when they caught someone, when they caught you guys, they were like hovering over slash
Sure.
around you, um, but you don't see any people approaching with one.
It's a shame that Alexi isn't here.
I think it's good that Alexi isn't here.
That's
I'm not
unethical,
using
isn't it?
Alexia's bait. No.
I would assume if you have to ask if something's unethical, that it probably is.
I disagree. I ask myself that all the time. Most of the time, it's not.
Sure. Right.
Either way, Alexi's at home and asleep, and apparently already knew
Yeah.
about these things. So it's like it's a whole thing.
As have most of the inhabitants of this area.
Clearly, nobody else is out.
But if it did manage to lure anyone back here, I think it's our duty to see if we can find them.
That's true.
All right,
Okay,
can anyone
so
remember which way it was telling you to go?
just to the tree, just in. You know, you all felt it. It was nice and peaceful. Didn't have to think about anything. It's great.
I
Guess
mean, I
we're
don't think about
going in
things a lot,
then.
so you can
It's
just
a
choose not to.
it's a big, big place. I mean,
I think if we follow the routes, though, that's a decent guide.
okay,
That leads downward.
yeah. This is gonna take a
So
while.
the last time you guys were here, this was the only floor that you were on. So
Mhm.
of all of you, Sybil is the only one with navigational experience of the building prior to it being on set with
You got this,
plant
Captain
matter
Princess.
of various kinds.
Sybil becomes useful for once.
One
For
time.
once.
So Sybil will at least know where, like, the stairs going down to at least the basement levels that you're aware of are, and where the stairs going to the second level would be. You also would know, just based off of the general orientation of like the direction that you would need to go to get to that like supply closet that you guys exited into from the underground tunnel or underwater tunnel that you guys took to get in the first time. So it depends on where you want to go.
I think Sybil's just gonna like walk past Ball, like into the halls and be like, okay, then I guess we're doing this. Um,
Is it question? Is it dark in there?
It is dark in there.
Is there a piece of wood on the ground?
Oh,
It's
I
a
have a
school.
Like
I have a
dry
light.
tinder. Yeah,
I,
I think
I have a light.
Val brought along a torch or something.
Yeah, because
Oh, got
I
it.
remember saying that I have a
Right, yeah.
tinderbox and I turned on like a
There
stone
we go.
or something.
Yeah.
So I have a source
You-
of light. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so opinions? Do you want to go up or down or
Lead
Down.
the way, our mighty leader.
I not
Number 4 is
okay.
Kale. Now it's you.
Yeah, they're both equally as impressive things. Here's the school I went to. Here's a big forest that I built out of my blood. You know, it's the same. Uh Sybil's gonna find the staircase that leads down, start leading them down into basements.
Okay, so venturing into the facility, you pass the room that had been kind of set up as the initial triage unit when it first happened. You remember Kinder having that discussion with whatever lead medic on site. Um, Jax almost touching the acquired specimen that had caused chemical burns from the powder
Yup.
that was on it. Um, that has, for the most part, been taken down. There is no one in there. Uh, what table is left for the various samples of supplies that they had in that hallway has been taken over with moss and roots and some odd bush type plant matter all along one side, as if it's like acquiring it as just part of the scenery. So looking in, no one's in there either. The door was left wide open. But wandering into the hallway, and this is one of the inner hallways, so there's no windows even to show you the outside. You get to where you're maybe 20 to 30 feet from what would be the doors into the stairwell that leads down. And it is just completely overgrown with ferns and a couple of flowers that are blooming despite the fact that it is nighttime. They haven't closed up or anything. Um, and some sort of strange stringy plant that has crawled up the wall and onto the ceiling and is just kind of hanging there. But it looks like you will have to like either cut some down or go directly through some of these plants to get to the door.
Great. That's inconvenient. Kale, do you recognize any of these?
No, I, I don't actually, despite everything, know all that much about plants, other than the ones that I grow in my garden, and these definitely aren't them.
These aren't ones that you would have seen down underground either, I guess. If they're blooming without
So
light, that's concerning.
some
Um,
flowers bloom at night.
And magic exists too, so
I'm gonna
Yep.
I'm gonna I'm gonna approach the fire to the not burn the plants, but like just shed some
Burn
light
those
onto them.
plants. Set it on fire.
It is
Brrr.
incredibly difficult to just catch living plants on fire, by the way.
Full of water.
On
If
that.
it's so hard. Never mind.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, don't
anyway,
admit your crimes on uh
yeah,
live streams,
not
please.
on cam. but but so you are what are you trying to do with the light? Are you trying to get a better look? Are you trying to
Yes,
see if it
I would like to
reacts? Are
look
you
at the
trying to
plants.
catch it on fire? Okay, you want a better look.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll a observation slash perception type of
Ah,
roll, intellect based. Um,
natural 20.
Natural 20. Damn. That's
Nice,
Finally,
like
nice.
two really good rolls. Two really good rolls at the outset. That's either a very good sign or a very bad sign.
it's a bad sign. I don't roll very good.
We're getting them out early.
Yeah, you are. But yeah, so you approach and you bring the like lit torch a little bit closer,
Yeah.
and you do see that the ferns curl in on themselves
Oh.
to get further away
Mm-hmm.
from the
Mm-hmm.
fire. Um,
Yep.
they are strangely variegated in a way that is very, very unfamiliar to you, despite your travels. Um,
I know what that word means.
Different patterns and
Oh,
colorations.
gotcha. Okay.
Um,
They're pretty.
and as it curls away, you do see like what seems to be very, very needle thin, long thorns that the fern's leaves had been hiding.
Be careful, or there are, and I pointed them out. They've got very thin needles to them.
Jax, do you still have that stick you picked up outside?
I never picked up a stick.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, do you have your
above table,
sword?
I was gonna
Yeah.
electrify it to try to torch it, but we already have a torch, so I didn't do it.
What?
I think
Oh.
we should tread carefully and test everything before we walk into it.
No.
Do we have a stick or a sword or something we can poke
I pull out a
things
dagger. Got a dagger.
Kind of
with? Got to
works.
be a little bit further away, but
I can throw it. Where do you
when I
want
had
it?
my pack. Those ones hanging from the ceiling look concerning.
I throw it on. Throw it up.
Wait, I
At the plants in the ceiling.
I forgot that I can just be. Sybil just kind of like walks over to them and is just like incorporeally like trying to poke it. It's like, oh, I
Yes.
forgot that I could do this.
Yeah, like it's just like passing through any other solid matter. It is not a magical barrier of any kind, so you can pass through it just fine.
Sybil in the middle of it just turns around and goes, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think it's fine.
I also threw a dagger at the ceiling. Plant.
They kind of
Why?
it hit a couple of them, and they swayed in response to something hitting them. Um, one of them loses grip a little bit because their grippers aren't fully established and like falls just a little further, but no real reaction beyond that.
Yeah, we'll set to your
Right.
satisfaction.
I think so. Let's go carefully.
I touch one.
Smack a leaf.
Yeah,
What are you touching?
just any one of these plants that are here that are within my reach, or that I can walk up to and touch.
So, are you touching one of the flowers? Are you touching some of the ferns? Or are you touching the weird, dangly, vine-like thing?
Which one was closer to me
Probably the ferns.
than the ferns?
All right, I would like a might defense, please.
Oh hell
I
yeah,
thought.
this is gonna be great.
Incredible.
Yep.
Yeah, touch that cactus. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Good.
I'm hindered in these.
Okay, so what had been a 3 is now a 4. So
Solid.
12 or
Good.
better.
God.
Lovely. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, an asset. Do I have an asset still?
Yes, you do.
Okay, cool. Because
So
I
that'll
rolled an
bring it
11.
down. That'll bring it back down to a 3. So that is good enough. So you can feel it kind of gripping strangely, like there's some sort of residue on it that wasn't really visible in the firelight. And while it would have just legitimately stuck to your hand and you would have had to pull an entire frond away by touching it, you managed to like react and like move your fingers just enough to where you only get little bits and pieces of the leaf as opposed to the entire plant. And it's just like kind of stuck like sticky sap to your fingers.
Ew, that's weird. Don't touch those. You'll get stuck.
What is the benefit of that?
Or they'll get stuck. I don't know.
Do you think it's like Sybil is in the
Probably
middle
to eat
of all of
you.
the weeds and
Rah!
like tries to get a journal and it doesn't work because she's literally actively incorporeal. She's like,
Mhm.
so like some plants can eat you? Is that, do we think they're
I mean,
carnivorous?
there are
I mean,
some
some
plants
plants
that eat
eat.
small insects.
Yeah.
They tend to need, they grow in poor soil, and they need the body of the animal to make the nutrients they need to grow.
Sure. Okay. I was thinking there had to be
Considering
like a
that there's no
mouth.
soil.
There are also some plants that do eat small animals too.
Yeah, but don't those have a like
A sack.
a mouth kind of
Yeah,
thing? So where's
yeah,
the
a
mouth?
sack. Mm.
Right.
Gestures
Well,
to
let's
every
very careful
everywhere in
pushing
it.
our way through here, and we'll try to retrieve your dagger. Kale's
Um,
gonna edge by
I'm
the ferns.
Okay.
I'm going
It,
to I'm gonna
I would like.
electrify my
Uh-huh.
and try to walk out in front of everybody, holding out
cool.
my electricity to try to mitigate some of them touching anybody, if I
Okay.
may. Mhm.
So I would like a speed defense for navigating through at advantage because the sparking from your electricity results in the same thing that the fire did of they shy away from the sparks of light and heat that it emits. So you can more clearly see the branching uh, sticks, essentially, of very thorny stems that there were there.
Can I give him more advantage by going in front of him incorporeal and like pointing out sections? Because I'm
If you make a observation or a perception task at you can't see in the dark and the fire is behind you, so probably a 4.
yeah, but how do you feel about an 18?
18,
Ooh.
damn. Yeah, so
Mhm.
yes, you do get another asset from assistance.
Sybil is locked the
Uh,
fuck
and
in.
this is just a speed
Yeah,
task or feed defense.
speed defense because you are attempting to dodge essentially and pick your way through without it. I'm assuming that you're trying to not get like scratched the fuck up.
Mm. Uh, so that brings another question: is the cloak thing still active or no?
Is it still active?
Last time I think you said I had about like 20 to 30 minutes left on it at the end of the last
Yeah.
session.
So
So
unless you deactivated it, it would still be active.
okay, cool beans. So I'm specialized in speed
Hmm.
defense, and I'm also that also gives me another thing for speed defense, I believe.
Okay, so the plant's difficulty is a 3. That's why the whole resisting the stickiness was a 3. Um, so you can just cheese it at 0 because you dropped it by 3 levels, or you can roll to see if you get a special effect. But
Yeah,
if you
why
roll
not?
that 1, you still automatically fail.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
1 in
I was
20.
once chaotic and
Yeah,
am free spirited. Might
that's
as
good
well.
Hmm.
chances.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a 7.
All right. You pass. No special effect. But yeah, so you do manage to like get them hurled away with enough of a reaction to your like sparky lightning thing going on that you can pick your way to what is essentially a very vine encrusted door that Sybil points to as that's definitely the door that goes down. Um, the others, while the fronds are still, curled up, can also make speed defense tasks at like eased by 1.
Cool, because I'm not good at these.
I believe in you.
I
He'll
will
be fine.
probably be
Oh, actually, I
pushing the
don't have my
plants out
armor
of
up,
the way
so I'm
with the
actually
fire.
just
With
even,
the fire. Okay.
even
Yeah.
roll. That's an 11. I think I'm okay.
Okay. Passes. And you are pushing the fronts even further away with the fire, you said?
Yeah, I'm not.
So that eases
I'm
it by
not.
another.
Yeah, I'm not being. I want to fucking protect myself.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So that eases it by another.
That's a 9.
Easily, easily pick your way through. You do notice that your crab leg would have been fine.
Oh.
It's got a hard enough surface where the
Oh yeah, I got a carrot.
little needles wouldn't
You got a
have
shell.
pierced through.
Crab leg.
But yeah, you guys
Crab leg for the
make it
win.
to the door. I guess Jax would be the first one that is capable of opening it since Sybil is still
Can I
non-corporeal.
I'm just like very slowly going through it and just like has your head tilted back, like, hold on, this might take a little bit.
Of course, Sybil's
Wait.
going through it. Sybil's always going through it.
She'll be fine.
Always, always. But
Yell
yeah.
if you need help. Oh.
After a minute, you do make your way through the door
So it takes a while.
into a very it takes a while into a very very dark stairwell that has no light
I can't
because all of the
see
light was
anything.
left behind.
I'll open the door. I'll open the door.
Is it
Uh,
like locked or whatever? I think that's what she was trying to do, is like unlock it. But I didn't
Are you
realize
going to
didn't
attempt
ask.
to unlock it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go and attempt to unlock it. It unlocks very easily.
Jesus Christ.
Good.
Um,
Good.
as
Just a
like you do
fool.
that as Jax is like trying to open it up, and like the locks clicks open as Jax gives it another hug. And what had been like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to break the door, I'm good at that, turns into you nearly smacking yourself in the face, but you just like automatically succeed on that roll because it's not difficult to avoid smacking yourself in the face with a specialized speed defense.
Oh, I'm
I got the
fast.
door.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who has the light? It's
I
very,
do.
very dark. Do you want to be in the front?
Not really. No, thank you.
Okay.
I can go in the front. I can see what's ahead of us beyond the torch's light.
You do see some of the uh, fronds, some of the ferns have started creeping in at the corner by the door, but not where you're standing, luckily, Sybil, because you had to come out of non-corporeality to be able to unlock the door. So they haven't fully spread into this area yet. It looks like the stairwell normally does, honestly speaking. Nothing really has changed about it, at least from the angle that you're in.
So they can go through stone, but not this door? That's weird. Or it just didn't want to go down these stairs? Weird.
Or maybe it needs the doorway to be open for people to go into its thingy.
Or it was just trying to drag people into the sticky needle pit.
Oh, it's just a
Maybe.
plant and it's got no brain.
Maybe.
That's probably, yeah.
I do suspect that they're all rather magical, though, so we should be wary.
After you.
I'll
I'm
go
gonna position
first.
myself in the middle of the group, like a good torchbearer.
Good.
Okay.
I'll
So
be
it
after
because I am
Kale.
spreads
scared that I
easily
don't want
between
to
the
die.
two. Oh.
I'll be after Kale, so I can pop off if I need to.
Okay.
Sybil's at the back, I guess. Sybil can't see
Okay.
anything anyway. It's dark. She's like
Well,
gonna
okay.
stand
all
where she
directions
can
to you.
see.
And are you going down or are you going to the second?
That's up to Sybil.
I think down. We want to keep following the
Yeah.
roots.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but
Off we go.
Okay.
it should just be down these stairs, and then there's a door, and then there's another door, and then just keep going. It makes sense.
Okay. Sorry, I was checking our consent list.
So
That's always good.
Why?
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 Wait,
Why
hold
are you
on.
doing
Why?
that?
What?
And
I'm
then
worried
I promptly get video paused due to connection issues. So
Oh
I
no.
apologize if
Whoa.
we randomly cut out. Not
What?
intentional.
Great, we're doing good.
now.
Um,
We gonna
Oh no.
but yeah, you
die.
guys are fine. You guys are fine. You guys are fine.
Are we? Are we really?
I
Guys,
like
You're
not
definitely
knowing
fine.
when you're. Just
Yeah,
don't
same.
tell me.
Good, good.
Okay. You
fine.
prefer to not know. Okay, good
Yes.
to know.
I
Yeah,
don't want to
just
know
All
just
right.
checking.
I
I,
anything.
want to
Yeah.
I
know.
would I would rather surprise you. Okay, I will surprise you next time.
What?
But you guys start heading down the stairs. It is a wide set of stairs so that they can get equipment and furniture up and down. So it's about 4 feet wide. You could very easily go 2 people side by side if you needed to. Um, but I guess you're going in marching order. Kale leading at the front because Kale can see into the dark. Kale, as you start heading down, you're the first to observe anything. You're the first to see things, and you can see where it progresses from normal stairwell of like some stone and mostly like metals and materials that have never really known what they were, to having little bits of moss and lichen growing in what seem to be the corners before you take the final turn into what would be the next level, the first basement level. And it is just an entire wall covered in patchy moss and mushroom and small, like, cup-shaped lichen and things like that.
Hmm. Are these mushrooms that I recognize or something new?
Mostly shelf mushrooms. You would like be able to, in the light, be able to like determine coloration. But seeing in the dark is kind of a black and white thing. It's
Yeah.
grayscale, so the all of the markers are difficult to tell because some mushrooms do look very similar to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be something that you recognize, but you're not 100% sure.
All right, I've reached the hallway. There's mushrooms and moss, but I don't see anything else. If you want to come down.
We're right behind you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just calling out
Uh,
what's out in the dark.
Yeah. So if you like tilt the porch forward, Kale would be able to get a better look at what
I'll
the
rise
mushrooms
it
are.
as far as my tentacle can lift it.
Okay.
Don't I got a
They
tentacle. Why you gotta make that face every time I mention it, Maggie?
yeah they've
That's
got
just
like
my face.
they've got like similar markers to some of the things that you would know or recognize, but they're oddly colored. So probably strange blues and purples for the gills underneath, and the top being like this strange off-white yellowish tint instead of the like normal shelf mushroom colors that you would expect. Even the patternings on them, instead of being a faint brown color, are a little bit more of that same blue, just paler than the gills that are
Right. These look like mushrooms that grow deeper in the underground, but they're oddly colored. I wouldn't mess with them. They're usually things that we would eat, but I wouldn't touch these. I don't think they're going to jump out at us, though.
You know, if there's anything I learned about living in the wilderness is that, you know, a lot of times bright and colorful is not the good thing.
Well, do you remember I gave you like a vial of mushrooms ages ago? Do you still have that? Why do I give you things?
I if you canonically gave me this, I canonically still have it because I canonically didn't remember that
Are
I
these the
gave it to
snacking
you. So
mushrooms?
it is still
I
in there.
don't know. These were. I don't remember in what context I had mushrooms. I do have written down that I gave Balder the vial of mushrooms.
Okay.
I'm not wanted to
Uh,
see if they were similar.
I would probably still have them then.
I think those are the somewhat psychoactive
Yeah, that's what I thought they
mushrooms
were.
that you guys
Oh,
ate
Oh,
they're
in
snacking
Deep View.
mushrooms.
Oh,
the
The
first
yes.
time.
snacking mushrooms
I still
Yep.
have
that have
those.
probably been further fermenting in the vial.
Right,
Oh
I've
yeah,
got them.
pop
Why?
those out. Be on the trip.
Do they look? Are they similar at all? Like
Oh, I don't know. Here, I just hand the vial back to Sybil.
she's just like holding it in front of the like. I don't.
I'll.
For
I'm giving you life.
so for the line that we have regarding food gore, I am not going to describe it,
Thank you.
but it is appropriately slimy and brownish.
I don't consider mushrooms food though.
Ew. I don't think these keep very well.
I've been in like the water like 4 times since he gave me those. I feel like the
Shut up,
temperature
but I
change
be
would fuck everything up.
Well,
Maybe.
they look like that when they get old. I'm sure they're still perfectly edible.
Are
Do
those
they
the
look
ones
the
that we like?
same? Are they the
That we
same
like?
type of mushroom?
I
Got
can't
I mean,
high
it's
tell.
off
what
of?
This
oh,
is sludge, and that's a
Right.
mushroom.
Yeah, they're pickled.
I
That's
recognize them as some that grow in the deeps. They're slightly different though, so I wouldn't eat them. But they're not unfamiliar.
you can pickle mushrooms.
They're
You can
actually really
pickle
good.
anything if you're
Oh,
brave
yeah, you
enough.
can pickle
I
all
didn't know
kinds of
you
stuff.
could pickle those.
I'm pretty sure you can pickle most things.
I don't know.
It's just whether it's good or not after the
That's
fact.
fair. You don't think we shouldn't? We sh-
Don't do it.
I wouldn't.
I
I wouldn't.
I would.
I would too. Okay.
Yeah.
Not right
Um.
now.
Not
Actually,
okay.
here
Fine. Not right now.
I'm gonna give Sybil a knife. Cup a little bit of it, just a little bit,
Sure.
and give it to me.
Can I would like to take a sample and pull out like another vial and just take a little sample of it and add to my
Oh, I was going to
terrible bag.
eat it.
Oh, you want to eat it now?
Right? Yeah.
They will. If you're not used to them, they will get you fairly high. Just
I've
a
been.
warning.
Yeah, but we have
Yeah.
things to do, and we have to
Adventure.
meet Kale's parents in the morning, and we don't know how long
Oh,
that would
right.
last, and
You're right.
we can just take some for later. It'll be fine.
Fair enough.
I
We
take a
said we were
little
gonna get
sample.
some sleep, but here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, Kale, do we need to go back?
I think it's more important that we push on.
Okay. Just
Y-
tell
y-
us.
Oh,
You
of
sure?
course. Yes. To be honest, I'm not particularly looking forward to this brunch, but I feel obligated. They are my family, after all.
This is
I
one of those things that you don't want to
understand.
do it, so you're finding any excuse to not do it.
I didn't say that, but also maybe it's a little true.
No,
But
it's okay.
there may be people trapped in the depths. We are helping.
Mm-hmm. I feel like maybe even if they are trapped in the depths, they're not going to be trapped our way because it was pretty hard to get here. Um, actually, that's something we didn't look for. Should we have been looking a little more for like evidence of corpses or something?
Probably.
Can
Ooh.
I investigate for that? Can I look around and see if I
Are
see
the
any like
mushrooms in
signs
human
that peek
form shape?
What about footprints?
through
From what
here?
I
Yeah.
understand about plants that eat things, is that they usually like dissolve it.
Yeah, but like clothes and personal belongings and or even evidence that they came through here, like broken branches or
Yes. Let's look for tracks, maybe.
Are you going to double back, or are you just going to go through the doorway
Start here.
into the
Yes,
basement
start here.
hallway?
yeah,
Just
just
start here.
start now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We never look behind.
I will also look for tracks.
Yeah, let's all
Okay.
look.
Want some aid
I'm
on
just
that?
going to hold the torch in a helpful manner.
Yes.
I
So
will.
who's opening the door, essentially?
I will open the door and then Kale can look for things.
Sure. Yeah. I'm perceptive and an
Okay.
explorer. I'll do the tracking.
Okay, so the moss does kind of continue a little bit onto the ground and into the hallway beneath, and looking out the doorway and into, and this is a very, very wide hallway, that is meant for a lot of things passing through. Sybil, you know that a variety of equipment is kind of stored down here for the research facility, along with like old things that were studied and are just kind of put away now. It's like kind of the archive of supplies for it. But you look around and make a observation perception task, intellect based.
Sybil, or
You're the one looking
I mean,
around, Kale.
I'm looking
Yeah.
around. All
I'm
right.
just opening the door.
I'm just holding
Yeah.
up the
Leave
torch.
me.
18.
18. Very
yeah.
good. Very good.
We are
Yeah,
on
like
fire. I'm worried.
Yeah, I don't like the
so
fact.
We're gonna be actually on fire. So leave me.
Yeah.
like there is a lot more greenery down here. There's significantly more moss, like a thick bed, the same way that you would find in a particularly humid forest. There are more of those strange uh, ferns that look like they're the same as you saw above, that have like the fronds curling over what their stems and branches would be. Um, some of the same flowers that you didn't really investigate up top. There are um, these sticks growing out of the ground that might be reeds of some kind. Um, and you can see where it is starting to degrade some of the material down there. So, like, some of the like walls look like they have been eaten away at by whatever is growing on them. So they're
Right.
not to the integrity that you would expect a fairly well maintained academy building to be. With the 18, you do see some like depressions that might be footsteps in the moss.
Look and the like down on the ground,
My
kind of
internet
look at
has
something very
frozen
close
and
on
I
the ground
didn't
and go,
hear any of that.
Kale peers into the darkness and then
Okay.
kneels down and looks closely at the moss for a second and then says, someone has come through here. There's a set of tracks.
Just one or multiple?
It's hard to tell. The ground is very springy and it looks like it may have been some time, but someone has come this way.
Which way are they going?
This way, and I'll kind of lead on.
Okay. Sybil's like
Follow.
just taking little snippets of leaves if she can. As
Right.
I have to get
Which ones?
whatever looks the weirdest, like whatever she hasn't seen before.
That's
Got it.
fair.
You
Oh,
haven't
no.
seen most of this before. You are a city girl.
I love the indoors.
Material girl.
So I like a big frond. I don't know, just like a big leaf.
Okay, please make a might defense task for me, please.
You're so
Against
good
a
at those.
leaf.
Difficult.
You're good
Yeah,
at
I'm
those.
gonna
difficulty
get taken
3.
down by a leaf.
Rip.
You
No,
better
I'm
believe
not.
it.
That's a 13.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, so you like manage to pull your hand away in a way that doesn't like get the majority of the frond the same way that Jax did upstairs. So you've got like sticky sap, like leaf particles on your skin that you're able
Gross.
to, with effort, rub off.
Just
But
scrape them into a
like,
vial.
but yeah, like that destroyed the majority of the frond, and you see more of those same like needle thorn type stems that
Wait,
were underneath.
this is stupid. If I have a vial, I would just trap the leaf in the vial.
You're also actively holding one of my knives.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
When I gave it to you to get a sample of the
Right.
mushroom,
Right.
Yeah.
like a minute ago.
Yeah, I think you did say you were
Just
gonna
forgot
like
about
scrape it with the knife.
Yeah, it's fine.
But then you were like, I'm gonna grab
She's
it.
just trying to take steal.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Nothing bad happens
So you
when
would
Sybil
be,
forgets
you would be
she has a
able
knife.
to, yeah, yeah. Bad things happen when Sybil forgets her knife.
No.
But
People
yeah,
die.
so you would be able to,
They come
with
back.
like a suitable, I guess, speed check is the closest that we've got to dexterity for this system. Like, get it worked into a vial and part of it cut. Are
Nice.
you also going to attempt to get any samples of the thorns or just the leaves?
Yeah, I do want a thorn.
I'm now reminded that Jax is still very much shirtless.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Just
Yeah.
wrap that
Right.
cloak around you, bud.
I've
You're
got my
full on
jacket
Tarzaning
on.
it.
I got my jacket on, but it doesn't zip up. Is the thing. It's just
Yeah.
oh, it
just there.
doesn't button, or it's just a jacket. It's just
Yeah.
open all the time.
Jax, do you need
So
something? There is a lot of storage down here. We could look.
No, I'm fine actually. It's not really cold or anything.
No, I meant because there's a bunch of things down here that you might not want to touch.
I'm wearing somebody else's clothes.
Okay. I was. Oh,
so go ahead and give me a speed coordination
shoot.
speed-based coordination task to get some of the very, very thin needle thorns into a vial.
I
16.
believe in you.
Ooh.
Very good. So
Nice.
yeah, you're able to fairly easily break a couple off and into another
Doing good
vial
today.
for study. Here's my question. You were raised by archaeologists and
Mhm.
anthropologists and went to school for this.
Mhm.
Do you have a way to study or to like mark these vials, or are you just depending on
Sh-
remembering what they are?
Listen, she would have a system for it, but I like to think she's got like a roll of tape somewhere that all of the
Mhm.
millions of times they've been in the water recently has really not done well with. So like
Valid.
they probably have like little cork stoppers on the top, and she's like very like trying to like carve a letter into the top so she can like remember what it is, but there's no like label on the front. And she's like, this is not how I would normally do things,
Perfect.
but
Perfect. I love it.
it's what we
Yeah.
have.
Little symbols.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Every
Cool.
rose
So
has a
yeah,
thorn.
it
Just
is
has a big
a
X.
poorly marked couple of vials of the sticky fern
God residue.
things. Yeah,
Mhm.
bad residue.
Great.
But yeah,
Or
so you're going
these aren't
to
my kids, I
attempt
promise.
to follow the tracks, or you're
Yep.
going to continue taking samples of everything.
I think everybody else is gone.
Yeah, we're
Um,
following
I was
her.
I was thinking by Sybil specifically.
Yeah.
So I don't know if the other two stopped or Sybil
We would
too.
have paused. Kale would
Okay.
have
I
paused
started
as soon as the
following
light
Kale.
I've like
faded
paused
behind.
at the door.
Yeah.
And Sybil just keeps
Well,
finding new things of like, I have never seen that, and I've never seen that. And I know that a bunch of people have already studied these, but I've never studied them. And I think my parents would probably be pretty interested in this. And what does that do? And she's,
Right. Yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah.
where did,
Beautiful, beautiful work.
People from the academy already down here to take samples of some of this?
at some point, but a lot of
Weeks
this stuff
ago.
looks new.
They could be dead.
Well, I mean,
Very
they
cheery,
could.
Bob.
I mean, it's true.
We
If
don't
if
actually,
these things are dangerous enough, if these things can kill people, they probably might be. But also, there
There
was an
also
explosion, so they could have died
was
in
an
that.
explosion.
Sybil has her hand just like hovering over one of these things. Like, yeah, I guess they could kill people, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Mm,
That was the whole thing when you guys first visited.
Yeah.
we should,
Well,
yeah, let's keep
whoever
going. Yeah.
went this way passed through relatively unscathed, or at least they're not still here. So let's see where they went.
I wonder if they also have crab legs.
Well, there's 2 feet, Prince.
They could have like crab boots. I don't know.
Do you
They're
wear
very faint. Like it's not even like the depression of a shoe. So someone was walking what like their size, like the
Not
normal
yeah.
stuff that you would get from tracking in the wilderness, you're not getting. It's just that
Moss
there are
doesn't hold tracks
depressions
well.
indicating that there was someone that passed through. Anything about them, you have no idea.
We could be
They do
following a monster.
they do seem to have 2 legs. There is
It
not
could be a
the
bipedal monster.
pattern of someone or of something that is a quadruped, but beyond that, it is very difficult to tell from the moss, either because of the way that it is grown or simply because it's moss.
Yeah. Well, I'll continue following the
Let's
tracks.
go.
Yeah. So you follow down the wide hallway, and Sybil, you are aware from the very few times that you've been down here that there is a set of stairs that leads from one floor to the next instead of a stairwell that leads to all floors. So following it around, you know that you will get to the other side eventually, and that will take you to the next set of stairs that would be down to what you thought was the final basement, because initially you knew of 2 basement levels in this. When you were here, way back at the beginning of this game, they indicated that the really toxic plant that had like caused chemical burns on someone came from quarantine on the 5th basement level.
Ooh, cool.
Good, good.
So how to get past that 2nd basement level, you have no idea.
I think we're gonna start having to delicious in dungeon this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I don't
so
know the
you
reference. I need to watch it, but
Oh, just the idea
I-
of like cooking and like we're gonna go so down that we're gonna have to start eating whatever the fuck is down here.
oh, fair, supported.
It's
Good luck.
fine. We'll be fine.
Good luck. Um,
Oh no, and then game master tells you good luck, you're fucked.
uh,
Oh no.
you have no idea what's down here. You don't know if any of it is edible.
I know.
They mostly
I
ate
know
monsters in that anime.
That's
That's
true.
Not sponsored, by the way. But
It is good
It
watch
could
though.
be.
but yeah. So you guys follow it around, and there are several open, what would be large storage rooms that seem to have even wilder growth within them, some of which seems to have even sprouted from containers that probably had some sort of artifact or studying material in them of some kind that has now bloomed into whatever is in there. But if you continue following the tracks instead of investigating those, you would get to the next basement level, or the next basement stairwell at least.
Cool.
This area is mostly filled with like moss and lichens and fronds and the occasional flower that you guys have been, for the most part, avoiding. Yes, Joel?
As we're making our way through forward from this floor on, like as entering this floor forward, Bala's gonna keep an eye out for anything. Because we've been focusing a lot on plants, I'm gonna keep an eye out on anything like that wouldn't fit. Something like little critters or sounds in the distance or marks that may imply anything that shouldn't be, other than the plants.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a observation or perception based intellect roll.
Yeah. 2.
Incredible. Nailed it.
Well, the plants look weirdly colored.
Mhm.
You don't directly see any creatures other than Sybil and Jax and Hale.
They are pretty weird
'Cause-
creatures that don't belong here. You're right.
Yeah,
Very much are.
'cause, like, Hale doesn't even have Pico out. Pico is just kind of napping in teapot form.
That is also a
side.
weird creature. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's
Hmm.
We're the weirdest
really the
things in
only
here right
weird
now.
creatures that you notice.
I'm just squinting at all 3 of them suspiciously.
Yeah,
Hmm.
So,
no.
where do the tracks lead? If we get
To the other
down.
doorway. Yeah,
yes,
to the other doorway to go
Down
down.
another layer.
let's keep going then.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'll
I'll-
put a pin in coming back and looking at all of this stuff. They might even let me in if they don't.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll try to
Okay.
follow them as best as I can, and I'll let you know if I lose sight of them.
This one should be the last one is the thing. As far as I know, the like lowest level. So they're either gonna stop, we're gonna find him, or we're gonna find something that I don't know about.
So this bottom level to your knowledge, Sybil, seems to or should be just mostly an open room with a variety of pillars to help support the upper levels. Um, you know that there are a couple of observation windows that show you out into the lake for those few study sessions that require seeing life, life and activity out in the water. Um, but when you exit, it is sort of like exiting into a jungle because with so much open space, everything has been able to sprawl. So determining from that not only the direction that the like tracks would be going is very, very difficult. Also trying to identify where that next entrance or exit would be is going to be very hard.
Anybody want to give me some aid to do tracking?
I'll help. I have I don't know if my discover or something new
Ooh.
applies here. It does
Yes, it
say like
does.
I got
yeah, it
given
does
an
say
asset.
Technically,
Where did the asset come in?
Evie,
Yeah?
is it? Are we past midnight at this point?
Yes.
Then you all have your free asset back.
Oh, hey. Nice.
lovely, lovely.
Where did the gift and asset come in? I'm looking through the chat.
When I made a great joke
At the very
in the
beginning.
chat.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Way at the start.
I made a
Way at the
pun
start.
and was gifted it.
Okay.
Nice.
Valid. Very valid. Okay, cool. So yeah, go ahead and make your roll with whatever additions you are throwing
Find the
on
way,
there.
so I can put free effort on this, and I'm going to put a free level of
Okay.
effort.
I believe in
This
you.
is a thing explore 16.
16. Very good. So yeah, you are able to very gingerly push your way through most of these plants and the vines and everything that are growing, and it is a much wider variety than there had been to start out with when you were upstairs. It's also where you're starting to see the pillars and some of the walls being wrapped in what are probably roots from the tree that continue to go down.
That's not great.
Yeah, it's not great for the integrity of the building.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so you are able to fairly easily find the tracks, which does also lead you to what appears to just be a wall that is suspiciously clean in comparison to all of the rest of the stuff here.
Kale pauses before it and will kind of put a hand out to rub the surface. Like, well, this is where they went. See if I can push it open.
Okay. It's a wall.
Is it like a sliding wall? Just pushing on the wall.
You guys are, I'll give you this. You guys are normally used to, at this point, finding strange panels on the wall.
Yeah.
That prior to all of this happening, no one would have really suspected as being anything other than a weird mark on the wall. And that opens up a variety of hidden doorways. You can attempt to find where that panel might be, but it is not just a push to open.
Yeah, I'll look around for it.
Okay. You said you rolled, what, a 16 and 18?
16. Yeah.
16. Yeah. So with the 16, a little bit of effort, you'd be able to find what looks to be a smear from someone or something else across what the sigil would be. And you get it open and it slides open, and at this point you're a little surprised because unlike Deep View, this area hasn't really had the hanging silkworms that provide the bioluminescent light that you guys have in Deep View, so you hadn't expected anything in there to fluoresce. But as it opens, a variety of plant matter and the best that I can say is like strange growths are glowing a very soft green. And it is probably a variety of covered. Who the hell is at my door? Oh, there, go away.
Hello.
Yeah, somebody randomly rang the doorbell.
Weird.
But yeah, so like,
It was
what was he
me,
saying?
Barry.
No. But yeah, so it's probably covering what used to be shelves and a stairwell that goes down that you can, especially being able to see in the dark, see very, very clearly as you begin, I guess, entering.
Yeah, I'll sort of keep your wits about you, but I think this is the way.
At this point, Jax's guard is up now.
Yeah. I would also like another observation intellect roll from everyone.
Ooh.
Can we spend one night above ground, please?
I'm gonna put 2 levels of
No.
effort into this.
2 levels of effort?
Does my
Okay.
discovering something new pop into this?
If that is what you are using for the entire scenario downstairs, yes.
Well, it
If
just says
it's
it's just a skill that it says training any task that involves finding out something new.
Ooh.
no, this is to hear something.
Okay, lovely.
Kale is too busy focusing on finding the tracks, and
Okay.
nope. I rolled like a 5.
I got a 1.
Oh no.
I also got a natural 1.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yo, oh shit! I also got a natural one.
Can I have a high roll with a 5?
What?
It's not good.
Get ready for an ambush, y'all.
We're about
Oh,
to die.
We're about to be isekai'd into a different
What
show.
is happening? Alright, everybody, this is how
This
we
is the end of
start.
Empyrean
Over.
Rising, apparently.
Wicked.
so
Everybody pull
with
out your
3
armor
natural
charges.
ones, and the only one not rolling a
Oh,
natural
no.
one, leading the way,
Yeah, we're good.
Kale steps forward and starts going down the stairs,
Holy
and you're
shit.
just. And
No.
as you, with that 5, don't actually hear what you were intended to hear, but that is enough to be distracted by what prevents you from hearing it, I guess. The steps look awfully slit. And as you turn to warn the other 3 to watch their step,
Yeah.
all 3 of them lose their traction and, in flailing
time?
for a grip, all of them grab those strange glowing
Oh, no.
growths
Oh no.
Oh no.
on the walls and shelving.
Here we go.
It's
It was
that
a nice
scene in
point when you-
Parks and Rec where they're on
And
the
then we
ice.
blow up. Mm.
It's just comedy of errors. Oh, don't hear anything, but oh, the steps look slick.
Holy
Turn around.
shit.
Guys, you should really watch your step. And then all 3 of
What
them,
did you
like,
say?
in
Yeah.
sync, just like,
Whoop.
ah,
Like
full
banana
on
peels.
clown. Like banana
just-
peels.
We synced that
Um,
shit.
For
Cool.
the 3 of you that
Brian,
are
please.
like, yeah, Brian,
I
the
put
3 of
effort into
you
that
that
roll,
have
too.
gone to soup at the moment,
Mhm,
I
mhm.
would like an intellect defense task.
Oh, really?
Oh,
On top
lovely.
of me?
Well,
I spent 2 levels of
Lovely.
effort on this
just
shit.
those 3?
Yeah, just those 3,
Okay.
because they're the ones that are reaching for a handhold and grabbing the wrong thing.
Cool,
So
cool,
you
cool,
don't.
cool,
You
cool.
have no longer trained in intellect defenses. This is wonderful. It's a great
I-
time.
I got
Different
a
dies being
3.
used.
A 3,
And
10,
Better.
My luck
17.
only holds for so long.
17. All right, so Kale, You watch as all three of your friends just completely eat it. And as they all grab onto something or touch something that they're really, really not supposed to, you see Jax land on the ground. The other two, as they fall, like there's that strange flash of glow that's very similar to a transportation array, and they flip somehow through the moss and disappear.
We fell into the back room, guys.
Cool. Good.
Oh no.
Jax, you are. I would also like a speed defense from Kale
Oh,
as Jax, you begin careening down the stairs and toward Kale.
How's a 2 sound?
So you kind of land on top of Jax as the two of you go in a full, like, theme park slide down the stairs, ricochet off of a wall,
Jax
and
is
This is
my
plow
toboggan.
directly
this is.
into
I saw
the
this
stairs on the
episode of
bottom.
Scooby Doo many
Yes.
years ago.
Yeah.
so literally what I was
Yeah.
going is this is the moment where it's like Jax is screaming, Kale lands, stops screaming, looks at each other.
Yes. She's like clawing at the walls, clawing
But
at
yeah.
the air, trying to slow herself down.
So you guys get to the bottom.
Hello.
There's
Oh,
a door
fast.
there.
I also
The other two are gone.
Jax also has his flying shit active.
It,
Yeah.
it would be gone by now. It would totally be gone.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
It's definitely been long
It
enough
only
to where
lasts.
it
It
would be
only
gone
lasts
It
an
by now.
hour.
It would have been
Yeah.
so funny, even with
He wouldn't have thought of that. It's not his first thought.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
It's
not used to
just
it yet.
like-
Oh man, that's so good.
Because I think I have to charge it again.
So we're like
Mhm.
I feel-
lying at the ground, just like against the door, and I'm like, I don't think the other two are coming. They got, I don't know, pulled into the wall.
Ow.
I agree.
Yeah, you were ridden like a toboggan down the stairs
Oh.
in the least perverted way possible.
Scramble off of you and hold out a hand to pull you up.
Most people want to ride the dragon,
Oh,
not have the
Oh,
dragon
it
ride
also
them.
looks like someone just redeemed a complication.
Oh
cool.
no! What?
Good.
Get your boyfriend
you.
out of the chat, Excel.
Thank you.
Listen,
Okay,
my baby
okay,
wants
okay, okay.
chaos. He gets chaos. Okay.
Amazing.
Apparently.
Oh, no.
So yeah, you will find out what the complication is very shortly.
Right now.
So you have reached the doorway. The other two disappeared. What are you doing?
Pulling Jax to his feet. I don't think the other two are coming.
Do we know where they went? Did
No.
you see?
It looked like they got pulled in, like through the wall, which was normal for Sybil, but not for Ball.
Punch the wall.
Okay, you punched
Call
the
that
wall.
emotional regulation.
Okay.
I'm
no.
not sure that's going to help.
Yeah,
Maybe there
no,
was
I thought
simply,
it might.
maybe there was simply a room that we didn't see because it was covered in foliage, but it looked, it looked a little like what is in my grove. You know, the circle that teleports you.
Lovely. The thing. Yeah.
I don't know where they are or where they would be.
Best case probably is to just keep going and hopefully maybe we'll run into them.
I hope so. If anything, Sybil at least can't be trapped anywhere. And hopefully she can find Ball.
Yeah. I hope they're okay.
And call up the stairs. To echo back. Sybil? No. Well, let's hope we meet up with them, and I'll open the door to the other room.
So when we get back to Val and Sybil, Val has an asset. Thank you. We'll get to
Well,
them shortly.
that would have been so helpful. Like
Now this
a
is better.
minute ago.
Like 4
No, thank you so
minutes
much.
ago.
But yes, so you open the door, and it is this
Ball had the
strange.
torch.
Yeah, it's
Did that come
this.
too?
I let up my hand.
It's this strange like room that as you step out,
Oh,
everything's frozen. Okay, there we go. As
We're
you
good.
step out and into it, it's like you don't know where all of the glowing is coming from. You do see a couple of those will-o'-the-wisps floating through the area in a way that you had not seen since you were all the way up top. And you finally hear this strange buzzing. So, looking around, there's nothing that should be buzzing or humming, uh, but you do see some movement up towards the ceiling area.
I look up.
It's not directly above you, it's a little bit further out. Something flits by. Not another one.
That doesn't seem good.
Okay, I don't think this is good at all.
Nearby, very suddenly, a little hummingbird perches on the branch of a large bush. It tilts its head and looks at you. Very brightly colored, as hummingbirds tend to be, with a beautiful red throat.
Hello?
Hello, little friend.
Flips its wings, tilts its head again. And I'm going to offer an intrusion in addition to the
Hell yeah.
complication.
Great.
Lovely.
Hell yeah.
Jax, you instinctively do not like this bird. You really instinctively do not like this bird. Something is odd and dangerous about this bird. And you are already on guard because you just lost two of your friends, two people. Uh, you're in a strange environment, slipped down the fucking stairs, and now you've got these glowing balls of light nearby, as well as a bird in the third, like, basement level of a water top building. There is nothing right about this. How did a bird even get down here? You are highly suspicious of it and are probably going to react aggressively to this bird.
Screw this bird
Like
in particular.
all of your instincts are telling you this bird is really fucking dangerous. And there's more of them here.
It's that like arm thing. I put my arm across Kale and like stand back. I got this.
What are you doing, Jax?
I'm gonna activate demeanor of command. Uh, and I've never done. I'm gonna take the chance to do this now because why not? Because I've never done this before. I feel like it. I feel like it's like because the magic within him.
Used, haven't you?
Yeah, but I can pop it off every hour. It's just intellect, and I do believe
Oh,
I can do
okay.
it for free. Yeah, it
I
lasts
thought
an
it
hour.
was a once a day thing. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. It's a cost of intellect, which is free
yeah.
because of
Okay,
how much stuff I got in it. The
okay.
thingies, whatever they're called, edge. That's what it's called. But um but I think for the first time it like flares up like physically, like there's a physical thing that happens, and
Hmm.
kind of like last time, like the aura of electricity, although it's not really like truly like there. I guess it's more like a manifestation of this. And
Hmm.
I approach the bird. I listen here, you little shit. You give me my friends back, or I'll kill every single one of you.
Jax,
Okay,
it's just a bird. I,
okay. So you
calm
are standing
down.
there aggressively threatening the bird, which flips its wings again and tilts its head in a different direction, and then you see two more alight next to it. And I would like you to make an interaction roll with the bird. I don't think you have anything like animal handling or
Nope,
anything like that.
not at all.
Of course you don't.
All my skills are physical,
Of
well,
course they
except the
are.
one, except the one
Cool, cool,
discovering something
cool,
new.
cool.
Hmm.
Eh, let's see what happens. That's a big old five.
They
It's a big old five.
so even with the asset granted by your demeanor of command against the birds, uh, they don't seem to react to you. It might be that they don't understand your language, entirely possible. Um, but one of them does like fly up into the air, and that's where the buzzing and humming sound comes from, the wings of hummingbird. And it darts directly at you. I would like you to make a speed defense test, please.
Kale, back away! I scream.
Hmm.
Dude, this
Uh,
feels like we're about to enter Birdemic.
I'm specialized in these, but I rolled a 6.
All right, so against their difficulty 5,
Oh,
um, the that is like even specialized that does not quite make it.
yeah.
They are very fast, and they are also very small and hard to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
So like the speed defense against them is
Rough.
very, very rough on this one.
Lovely. It's a good
Um,
time.
so it like its beak pierces directly into your chest. It hurts. It hurts a lot. And it's briefly lodged there, its little wings going as you feel almost weakness from that area as it begins to drink your blood, and you see its ruby throat get brighter and bulge. And the other two lift up because they see prey.
Kill the vampire birds! I try to like crush it.
Uh-huh.
I like reach over and try to like just put shock on it.
Run! Kale's just
Okay.
running.
Yeah, pulling it out is not difficult. And they do not have a lot of health points essentially, so they are easy enough to destroy. So like grabbing it and pulling it out is not difficult, but you do have two more speed defense for the
Well,
other two that had landed there. Kale, seeing all of this, you also now see like 5 or 6 more starting to flit in your guys' general
Oh
direction.
no. Oh no.
I rolled an 11 and a 13.
Okay.
Specialized.
Okay. So both of those you do manage to dodge, and like you've got a little trail of blood leaking from where it had tried to pierce directly into you. What are you two going to do with this growing swarm of predatory hummingbirds?
I'm gonna panic.
Uh-huh.
Is there another exit? Is there an exit?
Well,
Yeah,
there's
I'm
the
looking
doorway
around for any way out.
directly behind you. Yeah, there's the doorway directly behind you. There's a variety of plants. You're not sure. You do see traces of tracks of someone wandering around previously, but following those is going to be very difficult under duress of being attacked by a variety of somewhat bloodthirsty birds.
I'm going to panic for a moment, and then I'm going to remember that I do not run, and I'm
Uh-huh.
going to try and roar at these birds,
Okay.
even though I am not a dragon currently. So we'll see
Welcome to
Okay.
what
the
comes
jungle.
out of
Okay.
Kale's mouth. I'm gonna put some effort on this.
I believe in you.
I was an 11.
You said you put effort onto it?
You're doing great.
I
Okay.
am.
Uh,
I don't think that would
wi-
help. I was gonna say I am empathic, which I can do social interactions, but this is against animals.
it is against animals that do not have an intelligence or understanding of language
Yeah,
and body language for you to know.
that's why I'm hoping to
Um,
roar at them. Maybe they'll understand.
okay. Uh,
Angry
but
predator.
yeah, so they do respond of a kind with that because 11 with effort is good enough where they do respond in kind. They like flutter further away from you, um, but just kind of hover just about at a distance. They are not fully scared away. You probably only have what would be the equivalent of a couple of rounds before they get
They
bored
come back.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Lovely.
I imagine the roar too is like not like the roar when they're in dragon form. It's like halfway between that and somebody just going like roar very loud.
Hmm. Hmm.
Kale's just sort of going, "Rah!"
Roar.
Yeah.
um,
Jax, we should leave.
I agree.
Which way you going?
Oh, the only way we know for sure is back.
It's true.
Hmm.
We
Let's
could go
go around
forward, but we
the
don't
edge of
know if there's dead end or not. Mhm.
let's stick to the edge of the room. They seem to be congregating in the center.
This is a good idea. They drink blood. I didn't know birds don't
That's
do
bad.
that usually.
No, not usually. That'll
I've
set
never
off the
seen a
run
bird drink blood before.
around the edge of the
I don't think
room.
I've ever seen a bird drink anything other than water.
So as you try to work your way towards the edge of the room, very carefully, uh, not even a full minute passes before like more of them seem to have appeared and are hovering way on the edges, like just out of like swiping at them range, essentially. Um, and they look like they are about to attempt to swarm at you again. Um, and I'm going to offer another intrusion.
Lovely.
There's maybe 10 of them. Jax, sorry, I forgot to say how much damage you would have taken from the first attack. That would have been a total of 3 points.
Ooh, they hit
Um,
tough.
they do. They quite literally suck your blood from you. Uh,
Yep.
Ew.
so, yeah, with 10, each of them doing 3 damage, that would be 30 if all of them hit one of you. If you split up, that would be a total of 15 if you do happen to get hit instead of dodging. Splitting up is probably
Probably better
strategically a good idea
to not
in
die.
this type of situation.
Yeah.
Because unless you get some sort of barrier between you and the creatures and or scare them away more permanently, it's probably a dangerous situation.
Jax, can you do something with lightning?
Uh, but Okay, you're not gonna like this, probably, but you go that way, and and I'll boat ride it a different way.
Oh, I'm running.
um,
So the both of you split up.
Mm-hmm.
Which
I
directions do each of you go?
I think I moved back toward the door
Mm-hmm.
cool. Then
that
I'm
I
going to
can't
continue to
see,
go around the edge
and
of the
that's the
room
only way I know.
forward,
Yeah,
Okay.
and run further into danger. Can I also use an action, my one
Uh-huh.
action recovery roll?
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Woo!
So
Nice. I am
Jax goes running back
restored.
the direction that he came from, simply because that's the only direction that you know anything is in.
yeah.
Hale goes running further along the wall slash attempting to find some sort of exit
Or cover.
or cover of some kind. So Jax, give me 2 more speed defense tasks
I
as
can do
you
this.
basically dive for the door.
I'm a pro. Don't worry about it. I'm specialized in this.
It's good. You're
Well,
good.
let me tell you something. This is a wild time. I had a 5 on the first one, then a 17
Okay.
on the second one.
Okay. So you dodge the first one, another one lodges like right into your trap right back here
It's gonna
as
be so in the
you
morning.
get to the door and you try to yank it open. And you stumble into the hallway. And as you do so, your hand lands on another one of those strange glowing growths.
Lovely, lovely
And
times.
the bird drops from your shoulder before you also disappear. And
Cool.
that's
I'm on
where
my
we will
own.
take our that's where we will take our break.
And then I die.
Murder
You
birds.
don't die, you just take 3 more points of damage.
Jax
I'm
got
That
impaired.
killed by birds.
Yes.
nah. He just took 6 points of damage running from a complication that his
That's
boyfriend
fine.
paid for.
Good.
That's so fucking
Good. Murder
Thanks,
birds.
love.
Yeah, murder birds.
You're
It's,
wonderful.
Love
it's
it.
just gonna be more
Love to see it.
fucking glowing light, which you guys are immune to for 24 hours.
That's cool. We're cool.
No, listen,
But
we'll
yeah,
be okay.
Yeah.
you'll
I
be
like a
okay.
murder
Yeah,
bird.
it was just six
Right.
points of damage. It was just 6 points of damage that ignores armor. But
Good thing
yeah,
I don't have any.
yeah.
I always forget that I have armor. I have 1 point of armor. I always forget that.
You know,
Always forget.
if they pierce you because they are like it's the representation of blood being drawn,
Yeah.
then it ignores armor. But yeah, so it was wonderful having you on. We appreciate you so much. But yes, as Jax disappears somewhere with the effects of whatever the fuck is happening in this building, um, he
To God knows
also
where.
disappears from our screen.
Aw.
Yeah, yeah. The game ordinance director does actually know where Jax is going. Um, but yeah, so thank you so much. Everyone in chat, please say goodbye to Excel, and we appreciate you so much. We wish you all the best, and we'll hopefully be able to see you around. So,
Yeah,
Bye,
if I
loser.
may, I want to say something. A speech.
yeah.
Speech. As I
Speech,
heard
speech,
so
speech,
on.
speech.
No, it's been a great time playing with y'all. It's been a great time having y'all as audience. Thank you all who've come by every week and watched this wonderful game. I've been here since episode 1, and it's been one of the best times I've ever had in a stream or any game for that matter. So I just want to thank everybody for that. Appreciate it so much. Y'all are awesome. But you'll still always see me around. Just check me out. I'll still be in the Discord. We can talk there. But yeah. Thanks for having me. It's a wonderful time.
You are also able to distribute whatever experience points you had gathered among the other players as you see fit. to put those points to use, essentially.
I've gathered in total, or like that I have right now, because
It-
I guess technically
that
it
you
would be
have,
2 from those
yeah, that you
interactions.
have right. But
I
yeah,
still
you
have. I
had,
guess it's 4 because I have to give. Yeah.
yeah, you have to give them out. But yeah,
So that's a. Yeah. We'll do it after. During the.
yes.
Yeah.
But yes, so we are going to also go to break to refresh on beverages and everything. If you are watching live, don't forget to get up and stretch, get some water for yourselves, etc., etc., etc. We will be back with this scenario uh, in about 5-10 minutes. But yeah, bye. We are back. Welcome.
Hello.
No warning to my players
Now we're in.
whatsoever.
Boom.
Um, we are in. But yes, so thank you so much to everyone who is joining us so far. As a reintroduction, I'm Evie, the Disaster GM, pronouns are she, they, or any, and I am running this fine if disastrous game with Alina as Kale, Joelle as Val, and Maggie as Sybil. We are in a facility of a kind that has kind of been taken over by magical plant growth, and just encountered some vampiric hummingbirds. Like, imagine mosquitoes, but hummingbird sized, and they look like hummingbirds, and they're trying to drink your blood.
Great.
Yeah, it's
Incredible.
wonderful. Yeah. Um, oh, we also have a Mr. Twist gets a biscuit.
That was me.
Sorry for the screen, real quick.
Good boy.
Gotta turn
I know I
off
could do it
the blur.
physically myself,
There we
but I
go.
like to share the love with everyone.
Mr.
What
Sir,
a good
up in a
boy.
chair. Up in a chair.
Look at
He's
him.
a good buddies.
Such a good
He's
dog.
such a
Oh,
good
good
buddy.
boy
Little
he is.
guy.
Oh, what a good boy.
Look at them
Oh,
ears.
Yeah.
he's such a good boy.
Hi, you're
Those are some
so
happy
beautiful.
ears.
He's a good boy. Say thank you to the audience. He's such a good dog.
He's such a gentle sir. Look at him.
You
What a
are.
good,
You're
what
so
a good dog.
good. Hi, good boys. Hi.
Good
The dog
Oh, he's just such a sweetheart.
is so
He
great.
is. He's just such a sweetheart, and he just got dog slobber all over me.
Perfect. Best way to run a game.
But yes, so we have returned to the facility. While Kale is trying to figure out where the fuck they're going to go and what the fuck they're gonna do in regards to the creepy vampiric hummingbirds. Let's figure out what's going on with the other two who have disappeared, quote unquote, into nothingness from rolling a couple of nat ones and triggering something. Um, I would like the two of you to collectively decide which of you is going to roll a d20 for me to determine where you guys ended up.
You have to do it. If you're gonna do rock,
I
paper,
did rock.
scissors, you have to. Oh, okay, then you do it. I did.
But rock is
scissors.
an option. What do you mean I need to
I
do
thought
it?
you were confused. You just stopped. We didn't say anything. There was no. You get to
Amazing.
roll.
Good.
Great job, guys.
We're
What do you
doing
want me to
so
do?
good. You
Rock
get to
is an
roll.
option.
I'll roll, I guess.
Hey.
Right?
Roll.
Okay.
It's called rock,
And
paper,
then Maggie calls
scissors.
even or odds. Maggie, even or
Odd.
odds.
Odds.
Okay. So Joel,
What?
roll.
Oh, I
Joel,
already.
roll
I
and
did.
tell us.
I just rolled a 19.
Okay. So
Oh.
you guys ended up on basement level 3.
Oh no, there's a map. She's got a map. She's looking at stuff.
Oh no, basement level 4.
You can't
Sorry.
fool me. I know.
Yeah, but odd was basement level 4. Even was basement level 5.
I don't know if we won or lost.
Yeah.
What was the result? What happened?
So you guys kind of in the process of you are afraid that you are about to go careening down the fucking stairs. You know, the way the Jacks did. You reach out and you're flailing and you're trying to grab hold to catch yourself as you drop. And in the process, you break off these like crumbling growths that are kind of rock-like, but they break apart like chalk does in your hand, leaving this strange glowing residue as you like thud onto the ground. And you don't go sliding, and you're looking around, and you are in some sort of dark pod wrap thing of some kind.
Do I have my torch with me?
You have your torch. It's starting to snuff itself from the fact that you are encased in something.
I would like to not be encased in something.
Is it just her that's encased?
Both of you are.
Mm.
Both
Are
of
you in the
us.
same one?
Are we
We're
in
in
the
the same
same one?
one.
No, you are not.
Okay, good.
Okay.
There was only one
Then I
pod.
will try to release myself.
Okay. What are you doing to release yourself?
I would. Am I able to move?
Yeah, it's kind of like being wrapped up in a blanket really tightly, only your entire body.
I'm gonna try to produce a dagger, one of my knives, and cut my
Okay.
way out.
Okay.
God, this better not
Easy
be
enough to
spiders.
do.
Cool.
Yeah, easy enough to do. But yeah, so like as you're like trying to slice through the material, whatever it happens to be, of this thing, um, you can't see very clearly what it is that is around you because everything seems to be shadowed, and what little of your torch is left sputtering from whatever was inside that with you. You feel just a little sticky. Um,
Ew.
yeah, it's sort of like you are inside of a bush or surrounded by enough plant matter that you can't see out. But you do see the movements of what we know is Sybil, but you do not know what it is inside of another pod nearby. And it is definitely like this strange, wrapped, leafy cocoon of some kind that you guys had landed in. Very similar to the one that you just cut your way out of. Sybil, how are you reacting to the fact that you have landed in this somewhat sticky, wrapped up situation?
She's just gonna start going incorporeal, but for at least a second or so, she does just kind of lay there and is like, this does actually feel kind of nice. Like a sensory deprivation tank. She's just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. And
No.
then I think she probably hears Ball outside and is like, Ball, are you out there? Ball?
Oh, it's very
Oh,
muffled.
oh, bloody hell. I'm gonna switch hands and pull out my sword and point it at whatever the fuck is mummy making sounds over there.
Sh- Ball, are you out there? Okay. But she just like very, very slowly is gonna like push her hand through the side of it and just like start like gesturing. She's like,
A
oh,
ghostly hand pushes its way out of the pod.
Oh,
hi.
bloody hell. Nope. Nope. I start backing up.
She's gonna
Okay.
stick her face out.
Sword like full on pointed at whatever the fuck this is.
Okay. I would like
Valid.
a another roll from you, Joel, since you are backing away, not looking where you are going.
You gotta.
Yeah,
Oh
I am
my.
doing that. What type of roll is this?
This is, we'll call it speed based because it's reaction.
Okay, I am good at balancing.
Okay, that helps.
17.
It's very good. So you nearly stumble into another one of those thickets of like ferns that have like the sticky leaves and thorns. Your like crab leg brushes against it, and that's where you notice to like back away. Um, but like you move a very, very large leaf out of your way to do so, and you hear some sort of weird thudding, not coming from the pod that the creepy ghostly hand is coming out of, apparently, uh, but from above, like somebody is running.
All right. Um, I would like to freak out, but just a little bit.
Okay.
I am going to try to use whatever is around me to maybe reinforce the torch so it doesn't go out on me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and then I guess look around and see whatever the fuck is happening around me. Like, because I don't think she's paid attention to her surroundings at all until this moment.
All right. So you are basically in a very strange, I don't want to call it jungle. Like it has a lot of plant material, but you see what would be pillars, you see what would be shelves just covered in stuff. You also see several more of these very, very large plants that reach up and encase portions of the wall with
Hmm.
hanging leafy cocoons or pods that are not moving the way that that other one had been.
I like to think that it's been long enough that Sybil's whole face is just now outside of the cocoon, and she's just like, "Ball, are you down here?" She's still
Sybil,
in. Yeah,
what the bloody hell is going on?
I don't know.
Where are you?
In a plant, I think. Well,
I
some
know
of
it's
me
down.
is.
Yeah.
Hold
Uh,
on.
I will not move out of fear of getting in more danger, as
Okay.
moving has proven to be a bad idea. And I will wait for Sybil to show up.
It's gonna take so long. This thing takes
1 minute.
a long. Takes a minute for her to
One
like.
minute.
It
I am
takes
a
a full minute.
sailor. You know how long it takes to get anywhere as a
That's fair.
sailor
Yep.
in
So yeah,
fantasy times?
you gradually push your way out of the cocoon
Ew.
thing. Um, because you are incorporeal, when you land on the ground, you are not sticky because you left the majority of that behind
Nice.
when you went non-corporeal. But yeah, you are exited of the leaf cocoon, and Val is there with her sword out, somewhat in a paranoid fashion, looking around.
Hey,
Hello.
y- are you okay? What happened to you?
How you just I fell and then I was in that and I point with the sword at whatever the fuck I was in.
Mhm.
That's what happened to me. It's not normal, is it?
No,
Right
no,
then,
but like
why are you not more concerned?
nothing's been normal for like weeks. Well,
Right. Which is the
this
worst thing.
this just I don't know. It keeps happening. It's kind of exhausting to get upset by it, in my opinion. You can though. That's okay.
If you just accept that whatever is happening would just has to happen, then this problem because it's I had stomping from above.
Okay. Are Kale and Jax here too? Did you find them?
I did not find you either, to be fair. But no, I don't hear. All I hear was there was a ghost hand coming out of one of the cocoons, and
Which was
That
Sybil.
was me.
oh,
Did you
right.
forget that that's kind of the biggest thing that I can do is
I've
just
never, I've, I don't, I've never seen it from this angle before. I've always been behind you, watching you go through things, not in front of you, watching you.
she's gonna just poke her the
Please
front of
don't.
her just a little bit incorporeal.
I also don't think Jax is here, otherwise we would hear him. He's
I
not
don't
exactly quiet.
No, that's fair. I don't feel like either of them are here. I don't
I'm
know
gonna
where
look at
we
the ceiling
are.
real quick.
Hmm?
I'm gonna look at
You're
the
gonna
ceiling.
what?
Do I look? Do I see this like a
Yeah, what does this
hole?
look like?
I mean, I as a player know what happened. Bal is inspecting the ceiling to see what the fuck happened.
The ceiling looks like a somewhat deteriorated ceiling. Um, it's got a
Woofy.
variety of small roots stretched across it, but beyond that, doesn't seem to have any growth, and there's no major holes.
Hang on. If we were in those pods, do you think there might be other people in the pods as well?
We can check.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
Check. You can go through things, right?
Yeah, but if I stick my face in, I can't see anything, and if I stick my hand in, I'll just stick my hand through whatever is in there. So I can't. You're the one with the light and the knife.
I've got a sword actually. You'd also still have one of my knives for the record.
Oh yeah. I just okay, but I didn't I didn't I didn't purposefully go incorporeal. I don't know how we got here.
Right, and even if you did, I don't
Yeah, I don't think
I
I
don't
can
do
take you
that.
with me.
Have you tried taking someone with you?
No, because every time I poke you, it just goes.
Well, but have you tried like holding on to someone and then going incorporeal?
Yeah, yeah, and then you just it's gross.
Hmm.
I don't like it either.
All right.
It feels weird. I don't.
Are we going to cut open one of the pods then? See if Kale's dead or something.
Sorry, if Kale's dead,
Well, someone. I mean, I don't know.
why
If there
would
are
you
people,
even say that?
anyone. Is all I'm saying.
Kale's not dead.
All
First of
right.
all,
I didn't say
I
that.
just think that that's not some energy that we need right now. I
No,
don't.
this is the energy that I bring. It's just me.
Is it just us? This isn't.
I
Okay,
know.
we'll cut open some of the pods. We'll see if anybody's in there. Nobody's gonna be dead, including Kale. And
All right.
then we'll find a door. I've never been here before. I didn't know that this
Me-
um yeah, but this is like I went to this school for years. This would be like if you were on your ship and then suddenly there was just another ship under your ship and you just fell into it and okay, it's fine because it's not. Let's cut open some pods.
Right. Yeah. We're gonna open some pods.
Yeah, I guess. Very carefully because we don't want to hurt who may or may not be inside.
As carefully as the two of us are
Okay.
able to make it.
Yeah, we're not good at
I
this.
feel
Okay.
like we're not the careful kind.
So go ahead and give me a, I guess, might-based tool use task.
Alrighty.
I get to re-roll for an encounter, and I'm
Mhm.
doing that because the first one was a 3 and the second one was a 19. Did you roll a 1?
Okay.
Oh my god.
Got another one. Damn. Okay, user. There we go. Please.
So, how do you feel about Nat 1?
So both of you were trying different pods?
Yeah,
I guess that's
Okay.
what
yeah.
we've decided.
I don't
Okay.
want your nat
So
1 anywhere near my 19. Thank
Fucker.
you.
so yeah, the minor effect, you manage to very carefully cut it along several of the seams and start peeling it open. And yours, luckily, is empty.
Oh, yours
The nat one,
is.
Oh no.
you are not doing this in a particularly coordinated way. You don't even know how. Like the previous time when you cut it open, you just kind of dug the dagger in and slashed it open until you were able to get out.
Yeah.
So you kind of go about it the same way, and it does open. The Inside is kind of what you would expect one of those carnivorous plants to be like, slightly sticky and gooey, and
Probably smells delicious
a
Too
though.
much goo in this episode.
corpse falls on top of you along with the liquidy substance. It is partially eaten through.
Eek. It's gonna
How loud do you scream?
like it is the most cliche screech of "I
Oh,
am
where
so
you,
done with this" that a person can make.
Kale, where you are on basement level 3, which is literally just the next level up, make a perception roll amid
Okay.
your trying to hide from the birds.
Some birds.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
8. But I have perception as a trained, so I'm one step down.
Okay, I'll call that good enough to, faintly muffled by various layers of building and distance, you hear a very cliche girlish shriek of horror.
e- e- even as when presenting as a woman, Val is kind of like rough. This is the earliest she will ever be,
Amazing.
Ball, are you okay?
and like I am like scuttling across the floor away from the corpse and just just getting all the goop off of me. Just ah,
Did, are you what?
I fucking hate it here.
What did you find? Is it kale?
I don't actually know. I didn't look. It was a corpse, but sticky. Ugh.
Sybil's gonna go over and just start uh seeing if she can identify the corpse.
Okay, roll me an intellect
Bloody
test.
hell.
I'm good at these. Not very good. That's it.
You have an extra. Remember, you have a free ease from me.
I do. That was a 10. I'm trying to see if I have anything that would. No, I don't.
Um, it is someone that looks vaguely familiar, but it's definitely not Kale.
Gross. Do you think this is what would have happened if we didn't get woken up?
Probably.
Yeah, but how did they get here?
They probably fell
Yeah, but fell how?
like we did.
But we didn't do anything. We slipped on stairs. We fell into the plants, and now we're here? Because if the plants can form, uh, that's not good. Ball, I don't know if you're getting that. If just any plant at all can make it so that you can kind of teleport between plates, that's not good.
Oh, sorry. Were you not the one who just told me nothing's been normal for weeks? Nothing's been good for weeks, Sybil.
Good and
Get rid.
normal are different things.
But it's like you're not. I mean, you. We shouldn't freak out. If one of us freaks
I'm not
out, then
freaking out. I'm just saying this is
I,
bad.
I know. I'm saying all of it is bad. Sorry,
Fine.
I am.
Do you,
I am so sticky right now.
okay. Yeah, please don't get anywhere near me, actually.
For the record, it's not you. I'm not angry at you. Actually, while we're talking here, I wanted to thank you. Like she's just like trying to get all as much goop off of her as she can.
Want
Eyes
some water
closed.
or something? Just like,
I you helped me find Ace, and I appreciate that.
I mean, you're welcome. I'm sorry that they weren't, do you want me to like help? She's just like has like some random piece of cloth and is like wet it and
Don't
is trying to like
don't. I'm afraid it would. I'm afraid it would stick to me.
ra- um okay, yeah, we probably have something that can take all of that off back at um
Yeah, it's called the
right.
lake.
Yeah. You're welcome. Sorry that it didn't turn out how you wanted it to. No. We should not be here.
Did you check the
Can I get a
corpse to see if it,
perception check from both of you? Like a perception observation check from both of you?
No.
3?
One.
What is
I
wrong with
don't
us?
fucking know anything, man.
Another fucking nat one.
Yes.
That's like what 5, 6 this entire session.
No.
Wow.
Now we're paying for all those nat
No,
20s.
3.
You're paying for all of the 20s.
Stupid.
So you don't initially notice the sound or the movement of various plants around you,
Great. Incredible.
but like one of the fronds, very large, monstera size, gets pushed out of the way as someone just kind of steps out, maybe 10 feet from you guys.
Oh.
Very tall,
Oh.
long clawed fingers.
Do you?
With the way that shadows and everything work, with the starting to smother itself porch from the extra dousing of plant goo, um, it's hard to see a lot of detail. And Kale, you are running from the birds.
Sure, cool. Uh-huh. Yep. I'm running and looking for anywhere to get away.
Worst.
Go ahead and give me a luck roll.
All right. Hi. Or who knows?
Yeah,
Oh,
high or low.
19. 19.
19. Very good. You got
A
the good
clutch
rolls that they are
19.
paying for. Yeah,
Mhm.
you're getting the good rolls that they're paying for.
Thank you.
But yeah, so you like duck behind what had probably once been a cabinet, as several of the little hummingbirds go flitting past. And just from the fucking 19 being a minor effect, you also happen to find the doorway to the next set of stairs. These are more like ladder stairs that go down to the next level.
I do not hesitate. I just throw myself down them as quickly as possible to get away from these damn birds.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm full on.
Oh. So you are like tumbling down these as quickly as possible, like throwing the latch over so that they can't follow you down into the next level. You nearly trip over a couple of even larger plant matter, and you see, like, out of the corner of your eye, a couple of flowers growing out of the wall that you instinctively duck away from, because those are definitely that type of flower that they were investigating like way back at the beginning that causes chemical burns when
Yep.
you touch it.
Yep.
So you
Yep.
just like duck
Flinch.
out of the way, like with
Yep.
all of that like minor effect that you get. But you are down at the next level, fourth level, um, and you have kind of landed in this large patch of leafy overgrowth and moss and a couple of like small flowers different from the one that you had ducked away from. Um, as you hear something in the same room or vicinity, uh, Val and Sybil, this figure that has stepped out from behind several like large plants. Um, it reaches forward
Sorts out.
towards you guys.
My
Sybil,
Yeah? No, I mean,
you found me?
Sybil pokes a head around. She was probably hiding behind Ball. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Fair.
Pokes ahead. You have a light and a sword
I said
Oh,
fair.
yeah.
around. Can I tell who it is?
Oh, I think I know who it is.
I know who it is.
It's
I don't.
difficult because at this point the torch is sputtering out. They look vaguely familiar, but different in some fashion, as you then hear the crashing of someone land on the ground, maybe 30 feet away from kind of close to the wall in a different area. Kale, you have also arrived to faintly hear Sybil talking in the
Do I recognize
distance.
that it's Sybil?
Uh, you would have to push through some plants to be able to see.
Okay. I am going to up the stakes here, but I don't recognize that it's Sybil at first. I just hear something moving out there, and I'm going to growl like this low, warning, rumbling growl
Oh, fucking hell.
from the shadows.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna point the torch back and the sword to the other person, kind of like trying to protect Sybil from both sides. I
Um,
Good.
who were? Do we
Sybil, it's me. I I tried to follow you.
tried to follow me?
Ben.
What do you mean? Is this Milo?
And and then like he tries to step forward around the sword.
Oi, stop moving.
No, just
It is now completely dark.
is it Milo?
Are you asking that in character?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are really? Wait, no, you're home. What?
I tried to follow you through the light. I don't even know how to get back to.
You?
I,
I was afraid to go through it again. And I look different now. And I didn't want to scare mom.
Put your sword away. Uh, or point at
I
the other
think.
direction. And she.
Yeah, I in the dark that I cannot see. I'm gonna try to turn around and point the sword in the direction of the very deep guttural growling that I heard from.
Yes.
She
Something from the
can't
bushes.
see anything, but she's gonna like reach out and just grab his hands and is like,
They feel wrong.
Milo, um,
Sybil, I,
you're not in trouble. You're okay. Everything's okay. I'm here.
how did how did we even get here? Have you been lost here too?
Not lost. We're in the basement of the academy. Way, 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 way in the basement.
Um,
No.
I don't
What?
I don't know. I don't really know. Think we came to investigate some stuff. It's not. Why did you follow me? What do you mean you ugh.
And you feel like his other hand reach up and like gently touch you on the side of your face and in your hair. And it is just as strangely scaled, and you can feel the brush of the claws that had been there that you barely saw before the light went out. They don't like catch and injure you. He's acting as if he can see. Your hair is even whiter.
Is it? Like, can you see me?
Yeah,
It,
I'm sorry. It's so dangerous here. I should take you to my nest.
to your how long have you been here? Wait,
Sybil?
Since you ran through the light.
Tail? Wait,
Sybil, is that you?
Balder.
Baldur, can you turn the light back on, please?
It's
Kale's
not
gonna-
on like it. It's just a torch. It's dead now. It's just gone. I don't got a torch to.
There's so much stuff though. You can't like.
Hold,
I am
hold still.
blind.
Hold
Kale?
still,
So
I
are
can
you.
see. Kale's gonna come out of the bush and gently grab Ball's sword hand and push the sword out of the way and be like, "It's just me. It's just me."
Oh, hello, Kale. Be careful. There's a monster
Hi.
somewhere. I
There's-
heard him
That's
growl.
not
That's not a monster. That's
What does Milo look like?
yeah, for real.
Milo is maybe 7 feet tall now.
Oh,
Oh,
That's a big
my
guy.
baby brother.
he's a big boy.
Like
He
Wait.
got big.
He's a
torn,
big man.
torn pants that you would expect from someone growing that tall. Still very like rail thin with long arms, big hands. His face is reptilian, but not in the way that you go when you become a dragon. It's elongated, very sharp eyes, almost flattened face, giant fangs.
Kale's just gonna stare for a second and be like, Are you a different kind of dragon?
He's what?
Dragon? What?
Can you
No.
see me?
Who even are you?
Sybil's
Where'd your
friend.
beard go?
What?
Ball's beard. Yeah, that comes off. It's fine.
Can
Oh.
we go somewhere where we can see?
I
You
would
know,
seconded.
Can you see in the dark?
You also see Kale as what you had not noticed behind Milo, as a very long tail wraps itself protectively around Sybil.
Oh, what is touching me?
That's a tail. That's a
What's
tail. It's
touching
fine.
you?
Don't like it.
what? What
Whose
is touching
tail?
you?
That's Milo's tail.
Milo,
This
you
is
have a
Milo.
tail.
Name.
Oh,
Yes.
is this
I
the
didn't
brother?
want to scare moms.
Oh, you're not gonna scare moms. It's fine. You're fine. Can you please stop touching me with the
I
tail?
look like a monster.
You don't
What
look
are
like a
they-
monster, probably.
Oh, I want to
Sounds
see
like
you.
But
We're not monsters.
you've got someone with you that's very tiny and growls, and Val's beard comes off. What did they
This-
shave
No.
or something?
I feel like
No.
you're getting hung up on the on the wrong thing here.
And how did you guys even find me here?
I think you call. Okay, first of all, this is Ball. This is Kale. They're my friends.
Hello.
Jax is around here somewhere.
I'm
He's
gonna
very
wave
tall. You'll know him when you
backwards.
see him.
Because
Yeah,
I
you're
can't
just.
see him. I'm waving towards the back.
I'll grab you and just turn you around.
Oh, all right.
Um,
Hello.
I think you called me here. I heard you.
I felt it too.
You asked the lights to bring me help.
You. Okay.
Yeah, that was us. We found you.
Yeah, we're help.
Can talk to the lights.
That was my
That's-
question.
Good.
Could you make the lights come here so we
Yeah,
could see?
can we move this conversation
can
to a
we
place
look?
where we can all see each other?
Right, yeah. Do you have like a torch? I've got like a matchbox thing, but I don't. Cinderbox.
There's
Wait, hold on. I've
Okay.
done this
some-
before. I can make solid illusions from dreams.
Oh,
can.
it's true.
Yes, you
I
can.
am making.
You did that
I've done it before.
at your house.
Yeah,
you did
and
that at
it
your house.
freaked me out the first time. I
I'm
remember.
making a
Yeah.
solid. You know what? Then I'm going to attempt to just make the library where Ball and I had that fight. That's just like
Are you making a phantasmal?
a well lit area.
Okay, so generally speaking, you
Hold on.
can't make an entire.
I
Well, you
cannot.
do have illusory terrain. It won't be a physical object,
Fine.
though.
Then I
Like
just
you would
want
have
to
to
make like a
maintain the
lamp.
illusory terrain. Okay,
I'll
so you're
just
creating
make
the
a
lamp.
dream lamp. I've dreamt of a lamp
Okay.
before.
Okay, that's what you created previously, and you
Yeah.
pulled one of the lamps from
my ship.
Val's dreams. In fact,
Yeah. From
Yeah.
the dream ship.
but yeah, So, like, as you concentrate and basically
Uh,
form
That's
an illusion that becomes physical in the air, light begins to overtake the area, and
oh,
you
not
are
something else.
like filled in, like, this is a room that's probably the width of the entire facility,
Oh,
with a
Damn.
variety of posts that are wrapped in greenery and vines and several locations of those strange leafy cocoons. Um, and standing before you is a 7 foot tall, rail thin Milo whose hair is just kind of left in a long mohawk down his neck with torn clothes from his growth spurt,
he's on the Salvos.
uh,
I still.
somewhat flattened features in a very reptilian, almost snake-like look, as he is like one hand is still like cradling your head, and his very long tail, like at least 6 feet long, is wrapped protectively in front of you. He's hunched a little bit, probably from discomfort, and he is looking at Val and Kale, terrified.
Hello.
Sybil just reaches a hand up and like puts it on the side of his face. It's just like, hi, Milo.
I want to go home. I don't even know how I got here,
No, we can do that. We can go home. You're okay.
but look at me.
You're okay.
Sybil, look at me.
I am.
And his voice gets much deeper and his fangs bare, like they stretch slightly in the way that a venomous snake's would.
Well, you don't have to do that.
Mom,
People are
Mom,
just going to have to get used to these changes. It's happening everywhere.
And
And it's
also,
not going to
you are.
Mom
not
is
happen.
going to react like.
You look absolutely stunning. Just putting it out there.
What do you think Mom is going to react like? What do you think Vera is going to react like?
I think that that's their problem. And they're gonna deal with it because they love you. Also, this is fine. That it's maybe not your preference, but it's what is happening. You're not a monster. You're just a little different, and that's okay. This, my friend Kale
Hello.
can turn into like a whole dragon. Like a whole dragon. It's really, really cool. And the ball is like kind of part crab. It's kind of a
If
Water
there's a
powers.
leg
I've got a
situation and
tentacle
the tentacle arm
and
is very
gills and a crab leg, which don't fit into any the same animal.
and the entire time that we've been gone, we've run into and there were ones that had uh where actually never mind, I don't want to tell you about that one because that one was scary. Um the point is a lot of stuff is changing in the world right now and it
A lot of
is making
people are changing,
us
but that doesn't make
change.
us not people. I
No,
was terrified too when I started changing, but I've learned that we're not changing into monsters, we're changing into our true selves, whoever we would have been in the times of magic.
Man, I wish I
it's just we did this before. You'll be fine. Just do it again.
Okay. How do we get out then?
Uh
I could find the exit again if we need to, but I think we're so deep now, it may be better to go further.
yeah,
would. There might be an alternative actually.
sure.
When we and I pointed myself and Sybil, when we activated the wormhole thing, we
Yeah.
or the the thing,
The transitor. Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, we ended up in a place that had a doorway of that particular kind. So if he's here and he went through one of the doors, then maybe that door is still here. We just have to find it and just take it
Right.
back to
True.
wherever
Right.
we were.
Milo,
There's a transport circle somewhere.
do you remember where you came through when you first got here?
Yeah, I think so.
Could you lead us there? We can use it, and it won't be scary. It might be scary, but we know how to use it now. Us, we can take you home immediately.
He starts looking around in concern at all the plants before reaching past you with a very long arm and like peeling away some of the cocoon. Um, you should probably bring some of this. I
Oh.
tried to cover some of them, but there's a lot of the flowers that burn around it.
Right.
Right.
I saw
I
some
have
back there. Yes.
I have
It's
these.
okay. I'm covered in it. I'm fine.
This keeps you safe.
Well, no, you put the leaves over it so that it can't touch you.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
Right. We should definitely bring some with us then.
what is it for?
So you don't.
And then he turns and shows you a huge burn scar, a chemical burn scar, along his back and side. I rolled into these weird flowers and leaves that they had some sort of powder on them, and it burns when they touch you.
Right.
Milo.
How fresh does that look?
Couple of days.
Ooh, I'll put something on that when we have more time, but it looks like it's healing already.
No, right. We left those with Alexi. Never mind.
We can get back to the Milo. If you can take us there, we can take you through, and then we can come back here and find Jax and figure out what to do next. But I would.
Yeah.
We don't have to. You guys don't have to help me with this, but
We should all stay together in this place.
that's probably for the best, actually.
I have literally nowhere to be
I just
anymore.
my parents are about to be really obnoxious people.
I know. I've met them.
Yeah.
I should update you on where Jax might be. There's murder hummingbirds upstairs, and we ran in opposite directions, and I don't know where he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know something about this, Milo?
There are these weird birds upstairs that like try to eat you. They didn't like the way that I taste now, I think, because like one of them like got sick and they stopped trying to like stab me with their beaks. But it hurt the first time.
Let's hope they don't like the taste of Jax either.
He'll be okay, right?
I mean, he's Jax. If any of us is going to be able to laugh off murderous animals, it's definitely him.
And it's a
sort of
bird.
specialty.
It's a bird.
Yeah, this
I
is
would
the man that fought
thought that
a
as
bear.
They're very dangerous. I did not want to stay and fight them.
How dangerous can a bird be?
Quite.
Well,
Trust me on that.
I've got stories about birds when they go crazy.
Milo, you can lead us
Yes,
to
please.
the array. We can go now if you know the way.
But go slowly so as to not. We want you to be safe as well. All right.
Okay. Okay. He like shuffles a little bit and then steps, and it's those same wide steps that you had noticed as the tracks.
Right.
But the way that his feet like spread out, it makes even less of an indentation than you would expect something of his size to do. Because his feet, looking down at them, have also like completely grown wide and
Big and
clawed. Like thin, long toes that are spread out the way that, I don't know, a monitor lizard's might be.
Mm. Milo, have you seen anyone else down here?
Um, I found a body.
Hmm.
like
Anyone living though?
No,
I saw it's leading down here, but I think it might have been you.
I've tried to explore, but every time it was either way too bright outside or I got afraid because I didn't know how people would react. I mean, I've kind of eaten some of the like fruits that also grow on like the fifth basement level,
Oh,
and I've got a nest up in the second floor.
Do you, do you remember what floor you came in on? Is it further down or further up?
It's the sixth.
Okay, so we're
right.
we're on 4 now, you said?
Yeah,
Then we
two
should
levels down.
go
Okay.
down.
That's not too bad. We can
No.
It's bad below that.
it goes more than 6,
I think so.
bloody hell.
right?
All right.
Right. Okay. Well, let's go home. Huh?
Yeah. So he leads you towards a different wall and a different set of stairs that he crawls down face first because of how narrow they are. Um, Seems to look around before he gestures for you to follow after him.
Yeah.
Lets you guys drop down a couple of the large leafy fronds um, ahead of yourselves as well to throw on top of what seem to be these strange growths of flowers and leaves, and the dog is drinking really heavily. Can you guys hear that?
Yes. Wherever possible, Kale is gonna pause to put like an arrow and
Huh?
on the wall, like just kind of like with their claws, and put a J and an X.
Oh,
So he drapes a couple of the large leaves across several of them so that you don't accidentally brush up against them. It is sort of like a strange orchard on this level. There are those dangerous flowers and plants, as well as what seem to be bushes, vines that like hang with these strange purplish red fruits from the ceiling. Um, Several of them look like they're half eaten and tossed on the ground. Um, but it's mostly open, at least at like head height, to be able to see across it. The like roots that are on the other side because of the having to shift side to side to side each time. Um, that do seem to have water starting to leak around them from the wall that they are growing through.
great.
Are under the lake.
Is
Yep.
the water reachable?
Yes. You would have to walk over there. It's like the size of an entire like facility building, so maybe 200-ish feet at least.
We'll get you a bath at home.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to the water
Okay. So if
carefully.
you go ahead without him, like throwing things down for you, and didn't bring a lot of the
Right.
thicker leaves, then I am going to need a
About
series of speed defense tasks or might defense tasks.
I forgot about the plants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know
The
what?
major hazard of this area.
You
Yes.
know
Yep.
what? I am going.
Yeah, they're not everywhere, but they're prominent enough to where it is a challenge to get to them.
I'm going to water shield my way through, at least early on, just to see if it works.
You have a water shield and
Okay.
you can't use that to clean yourself.
Right.
It's not
Water
that
bend that on you.
mechanically it has a
Yeah.
purpose to
Mm,
protect to give me defense.
mm.
Yeah. So
It's
you
not.
like pull some from like your water pouch or whatever,
Yeah,
water
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 skin.
basket, it's not a bottle,
Skin.
water skin. That Brian is soup. Brian is soup.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So, what do I need to roll? Sorry.
so you are rolling either might defense or speed defense to get through. You're going to need a consecutive three of them.
That is 10 on the first one.
Okay.
9 on the second,
Okay.
and 9 on the third.
Okay. So, you said you've got a water shield
Yeah.
that you're going?
Just for the record, I do have jumping
Okay.
and balancing. I don't know how that would, if that helps
So
ease
are you trying
anything.
to leap over some of them once, like, they point out which ones are the dangerous ones to you?
Probably, yeah.
Since you have not encountered the powdery acid plant thing before?
If they point it out to me, yes.
Powdered acid.
If they don't, no.
Yeah, it's a powdered contact toxin. So like that's what comes off of the leaves and stems of the plant that you guys first encountered. Um, but yeah, it's like creates acid-like burns, which are toxic chemical burns.
Right.
But yeah, so Milo recognizing you would probably have like pointed it out to you or tried to stop you when you got
Touch
close to
those.
one. Yeah.
Uh, is all right. I'm, I'm, I'm. Water is like my thing, so
Hmm.
I don't get to jump across over there.
Yeah. Uh,
Be careful.
okay.
Nope.
Okay.
So
Never
yeah,
mind.
if you are using that to ease it
I
by
would.
knowing what they look like and attempting to jump past slash acrobatics your way through, then I will let you ease it down to a three from a four. So you would be able to make it over to
Fantastic.
where there is water leaking into this basement level from the outside.
Okay.
Yeah, ship is taken on water.
That's not great.
Would I know how deep we are in relation to how far we've gone? Like, are we
Uh,
like under the depths, or are we like under like the edge of the lake?
it is hard. It's hard to say because the first basement level would be underwater. So you are now at the fifth basement level. So you are five
S-
floors
So very
underwater.
deep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Is there like, and then there's like water pooling on the ground.
It's leaking through and starting to pool, yes.
Oh, this is not what I thought was happening. I'm sorry. I thought there was just like a body of water. Uh,
No.
I misunderstood. I will then return to everyone
Okay.
then.
Yeah.
My bad.
Did you do it? What what were you
Uh,
doing?
I, so, I don't know. I can't in character explain why I behaved the way that I
Just
did.
having a look. Just having a look around.
I just saw water.
Me
I figured maybe I could clean myself, but that wasn't enough. Maybe next time.
All right.
Sure.
So
Going to my
we got a raid.
house.
Thank you very much, raiders. But yeah, maybe as a sailor you are concerned with the fact that
The boat
even if
is
it's not a
leaking.
ship, it's taking it. The boat is leaking. The ship is taking
Yeah.
on water.
We should
Uh,
probably be concerned that that is dripping, because that means at some point or another that roof could just.
I imagine the plants are probably benefiting from it a fair amount as well.
The plants
Yeah.
might
Otherwise,
actually be
there's
part of the
nothing to
reason
water
it's.
them here.
The plants might be why it's breaking.
But also, what's stopping it up? If the roots are under the lake,
I don't know enough about roots to know if that would work. But I know enough about water to know that if there's even a slight little bit, that water's going to eventually break through in harsh numbers.
So,
all the more reason for us to get out of here as quickly as possible.
Yep.
yeah.
I'm glad nobody
Uh,
wasted our time going to check the water over there.
So Milo will from there like lead you guys very carefully through this area, um, and like awkwardly attempt to offer you one of the fruits that he can very easily reach up at the ceiling level.
Aw,
Um,
yes, please.
it's kind of like that summer fruit tart that moms used to get us from the bakery.
Oh, you should take some back with us. Yeah.
Yeah. It's essentially a tamarind. So,
nice.
but yeah, so he like gradually like leads you to. I love Meg just off to the side searching.
I
What
had
does
to
that look like?
Google
What does
it.
that look like? What is that thing?
What is that?
This is why.
But yeah, so he like does lead you to the next set of stairs, um, and like has pulled several of the leaves because you guys weren't able to like bring an entire path worth, and like drapes one of them around you, Sybil, and then like gestures to the other two of you to do the same. There's a lot of the flowers in this stairwell.
Sure. Love that.
Right. Wrap myself in the gooey plant.
I'm already doped up.
Or you may need the skin of the plant to cover you to really fully protect.
Fine.
Imagine the frogs in Dungeon Meshi.
I know. Bal
There you
hasn't
go.
seen Dungeon Meshi though.
Ball has not seen Dungeon Meshi yet.
I want to wear the fucking cape.
Okay.
The
All right.
You.
So he
No.
basically does this thing where he reaches up and holds on to the braces that are at the top of the stairwell as it goes down and climbs upside down, avoiding the flowers as you guys are having to walk at like normal level through.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah.
Love that. For
Normal.
us.
you do
Normal.
have to dodge his tail a couple of times because it's just hanging down and he's just like keeping it away from flowers. But yeah, it's fairly easy to get through this area, and I'm just trying to wrap us since we have gone over by about 30 minutes. It's fairly easy to get down this stairwell and into essentially the next level, which is filled with these like less plants and more roots of like a woody, reedy nature that are branching up from around the pillars that are starting to crack. And it is probably more the growth that is supporting the upper levels than the pillars themselves. But nestled between them do seem to be more of those strange bluish flowers that are so dangerous to encounter.
Great. Incredible.
You also see that they do seem to be connected in a very strange way to the array
Oh.
that is there.
Interesting.
Sort of like the array is interacting with them in some fashion. As a strange butterfly pops into existence from within the array and flies out.
It's probably fine. Eh,
Yeah, that's where the birds came from.
Is it?
Is this just on? It's just,
It's still glowing.
it never closed.
Oh no.
So
Where
this
is it set to then?
probably anywhere. The
Shit,
first
Bill.
time when Ball and I got separated, we came out through different places, even though we went in the same one. And if Milo came through the same one too, this is just connected to
Everything.
everything.
It's like a roulette. It just throws you out wherever.
Well, not anymore, Milo. We can definitely get you back to home. We know how it works now,
No,
but not.
You don't.
Shh, don't
This is plant dragon technology. Let me see if I can have a look at it.
plant dragon technology.
You go right
I'm
ahead.
majoring in plant dragon
Yes,
technology.
correct.
Yeah.
Pico, I know you've had a really long day, but if you could wake up and help me, that would be wonderful.
You have a free asset. Don't forget, from me.
So Pico will gradually wake up, which will cause Milo to startle and stumble a little bit and like just narrowly avoid stepping on one of those growths of flowers. And then he just kind of perches in some of the roots as Pico like crawls up to your shoulder and gives like a big cracking yawn as if he needs to yawn. Um,
Yeah.
Hi, where we this is weird.
We are under
Will
the
be here?
giant willow that's in the academy.
Those shouldn't be there either.
This array seems to be on all the time, and there's things flying through it from who knows where. Can you help me figure this one out? We need to try and set it to go to Sybil's parents' house.
Well, I mean, this
Or
doesn't seem like
somewhere
a
else.
good place to just set it to go.
No.
But
Well, the 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 arrays aren't like our technology. Or all technology. The arrays aren't our work. They were using our roots.
Oh.
We didn't make them. We the roots were taken and they were turned into this. I don't know how exactly it works.
By wizards, I'm guessing.
yeah,
Magic of some kind.
Seems to be quite a lot of people who come to take things from us and use it elsewhere.
But would can I Pico?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Confused.
Me
Hi.
too, buddy. Listen,
All of us.
it where were the roots? Where were the things taken from? You said they were taken from where?
From our groves. They're
Right.
they're why the groves move people out.
Oh.
The trees and the roots are what move people.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
So, do you know where all these plant life is from?
Well, if we're inside, then there shouldn't be anything here. But those
Son of.
flowers, the blue ones, those are from my last grove.
Really?
It burned down.
Were there small murderous blood drinking hummingbirds at your old grove?
No.
All right. Those are new.
How about acid dust flowers?
No.
Also no.
Big
Uh,
people eating sack flowers?
Also no. And then from where he's like clinging to one of the root trunk things, Milo goes, "Your teapot dragon thing is talking."
that's normal.
Oh, oh, he's a
Right.
person too. He's just in the shape of a teapot. It's a long story. We'll fill you in.
Well, over some tea, actually.
After a shower, preferably.
Listen, I can just take him back if you guys want to keep figuring this out, but he should not be here anymore.
Well, my concern is not necessarily figuring it out so much as if whatever's coming through there isn't coming from one place, how can we guarantee that we will end up in one place once we go through it?
Milo, lean down real fast.
And he does so.
She puts her hands over his ears. Just like, I
Okay.
I need you to be positive when we are talking about my brother, okay? He is
I am.
he's a
This is.
child and I don't need that kind of negativity.
It's
He is
not
afraid.
negativity.
I
I
need
just want to make sure he's in one piece once we
he'll be
go
fine.
wherever we
We
end up
we
in.
got through it successfully and I think it has something to do with willpower and just
It is on, like unlike
it
anyone we've
is
seen
and we'll
before.
figure it out once he is home and safe. And I just don't want him thinking that he's not safe.
He is since
He
Sybil,
listen,
brother has survived down here in a very dangerous place for some days. I think he's capable of hearing about dangers. How old is he?
how old is he? Like
how old
16?
is he?
He's like 16.
I'm 17 and I can still hear you.
Sybil, at
Milo!
17, I've been living on the streets for several years. It's fine.
I was a sailor for 10 years, and most of those were when I was a child. Milo, calm down.
Milo, you have done very well to stay alive down here on your own, and you are very clever.
Look,
He's
whatever happens, we're not going to just leave you here. I
No,
just want to make sure that wherever we
I,
go together.
we're gonna
I,
be fine.
hmm,
We're going to be do you trust me?
yes,
Ball, I
but,
swear.
but how is the little dragon thing? How does it
um,
knowing the flowers help us?
What?
I,
Pico, when we go into the circle in the grove, how do we know where we are going? Like, how do you set it to go to a specific place?
That's the thing. It, from what I understand, it doesn't. It takes you. It's like a doorway. Like you're here, and then you go over there, and then there over there you get another door, and it takes you elsewhere, right?
Right.
The the woods, the grove, take our people. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. The woods, the
Milo.
grove, take our
Oh,
people
I
where
answered
we're
the wrong
intending
question.
to go. It directs other people out.
Right.
we we just want to go home. Is that gonna be
All
difficult,
right,
you think?
I have a plan, and I
Oh.
walk through the teleporter.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
Okay. Uh, make me an intellect-based roll to control its
I
destination and where are you intending to go?
I am intending to go to Sybil's place,
Great.
and I
Okay.
2 levels of effort into
Woo.
it.
Woo.
Okay.
Mighty.
That is a 12
Okay.
plus 2 levels of effort.
Okay.
Uh
And the rest of you?
Sybil holds her hand out to Milo.
Concentrate on home. Concentrate on exactly where you want to go. Don't let go of each other's hands.
You ready?
Okay. I'll try.
You got this.
Okay.
Let's go.
And you are rolling for both of you. Just roll once, though, Sybil.
Can I do? I have the ability to reroll.
It is a new encounter.
Right.
Yes.
That was a 2, by the way.
Ooh.
18. Okay.
Ooh, much
Very
better.
good. Okay. And
They'll bring up the rear,
okay.
and I'm gonna throw myself on the mercy of the DM.
Okay. Well, I guess we will find out what that is next time in that case.
What's crazy
Mhm.
too is that Bal had every intention of then turning the fuck around and going back to tell you guys if it did or didn't work.
Well,
Yep.
you know what?
Yeah.
That's why we communicate with each other.
Listen. We've been
Right,
trained by
because
Jax. If
you're the
people just
paragon
go,
of good communication, Maggie.
you gotta run after them.
So yeah. So we will find out what happened next time. But yes. So we have Maggie, or we have Sybil and Milo following after Belle, all of them intending to go to Sybil's house, where Kale has never been and only vaguely knows
Nope.
where it is.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
I'm just like, I just
my
want to be
bad.
wherever Sybil is, I guess.
My bad.
Which is what you rolled. That's what you rolled for last time when Jax threw people through a teleport
And that
array.
worked.
Yeah, a transportation array. Hi kids. But yeah, so like it worked last time. I think you also rolled like a nat 20 though.
Yes, I
Like it
did.
was somewhere between an 18 and a 20.
Mhm.
Which is why it worked so fucking well for you. Like you just strolled on through. But yeah, so
Dragon
please
technology.
write down in your chats. Yeah, please write down in your chats what your rolls were, because if you remember, that also determines the velocity at which you come out.
Should I roll?
Well,
Alright.
we'll
Good.
talk about that later.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Cool.
so you guys have made it successfully out of the former wizard's tower that is being gradually taken over by a variety of flora and fauna that are being sucked through from somewhere.
But hey, it was your brother crying out for help. It wasn't just
My
something
God,
existing
yeah.
there. That's pretty
That's
good. That's a
worse,
win.
actually.
Yeah, imagine if you had not decided to check it out and he was just
Whoa!
stuck there for however much longer, because he's been there since the night that you escaped your house.
He's been here the whole time.
The whole time.
That's my. Oh no.
Your poor
No.
little brother. Your poor, which is why it's only been a couple of days. I mean, like,
Yeah.
admittedly, you guys haven't
It's
been
yeah,
like
Long
going
enough
for
to
very
turn into
long
a
since then.
lizard guy.
several days, but that's yeah.
Oh,
Oh, buddy.
lizard guy, a lizard
Right.
guy that can communicate with will-o'-the-wisps.
Cool.
That's normal. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
fine.
Yep.
Listen, I talk to the earth. I can't judge.
You talk to the
I
earth.
like how the
Yeah.
family is 0 for 3 for normal children, though. That's fun.
Yeah. I mean, what did you expect? Milo, in the course of a couple of months, had grown a head and shoulders taller than you when he
I
used to
thought
be
it was
shorter.
a growth spurt. I don't know.
Was.
Yeah.
But it was a weird one.
But anyway, good job, you guys. You made it through. As a alert to everyone in chat and anyone that happens to be catching up on the game after the fact, due to some circumstances with people's lives, aka various conventions and birthdays, etc., the next session will actually be skipped because we have a couple of people that are not going to be available. So the next time you guys see us will actually be on August 18th.
Hell yeah.
So in the meantime, definitely tune in
That's
for
so
Once Upon a Reflection that will be going every other Friday. But we look forward to seeing you in chat. We hope that you enjoyed this farewell session for Extel and finding out what the hell happened, for the most part, to Sybil's family. But see you then. Next time. Oh, right. Outro introductions. I'm Evie, the Disaster GM. Pronouns are she, they, or
There it is.
any. I am the game runner for this wonderful If Disasters group. We are running a Cypher system-based campaign called Empyrean Rising. Let's go in the opposite direction as our beginning intros.
You got
Joel,
this. Hello.
by
I
playing Sue.
was the panic-stricken voice of Balder. No, Bal Misforge.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Joel. Hello, that's me. If you wanna, okay, hold on. Let me restart real quick. It's
Mm-hmm.
not working. Um, Hi. If you wanna support me, you can support Altered Echo Archives. I am staff here. I absolutely love it here. It's between Imperial Rising and now Once Upon a Reflection. I remembered. Uh, we got a lot of cool stuff brewing. There's more stuff coming. I am going to be running No Rest for the Wicked, which is a modern day supernatural western of sorts. It's got a lot of really cool elements. The players are phenomenal. I already know all their characters and how their shit intertwines, and it's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. Outside of Altered Echo, I am a writer. You can find my writing on AO3. Uh, every time I say AO3, I can't not think of Attack on Titan for some reason. Um, but it's on there. There are currently 3 stories. Haven't been able to write these this past week because the muse comes whenever it wants.
Yeah,
Um,
exhaustion.
yep.
Staying up until 3 a.m. watching me play video games.
All right. You could just not out me like that. God damn.
On
The
blast.
muse. It's because of the muse,
The muse.
Yeah.
not because I was
Not
prioritizing
any
other
of those
things.
other things.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but my writing is currently focusing on finishing The Lake of Crimson Tears, which is a slow-paced suspense slash horror detective novel of sorts. I don't know how to describe it, but basically there's a lake and then it turned to blood, hence the name. And the main character is an agent from a secretive government organization trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And it's a lot of fun to write it, and it's the kind of story that I would read. So I'm excited because it's if you are not the type of person that would consume your content, then you're not doing it right. I think. Um, that said, there's other stuff on there. I will probably do more. I update that updates every Saturday whenever I actually do write something. Outside of that, you can just keep an eye on Alter Echo Archives because that's pretty much where I exist nowadays.
Yay, good job. Lots of stuff.
I
There
did
was a
it.
little bit of soupiness there,
Soup.
but we all have
Soup.
we all
Brian.
have it. I am definitely turning that into a command, by the way.
Life of
Uh,
Brian.
Soup. Yeah,
yeah.
good soup.
Uh,
Good soup.
but yes, so I believe that then turns to Maggie.
Hello. I'm Maggie. I have
Hello.
significantly less to say because most of the shit that I do is in my real life and not on the internet. Um yeah, my links are in the chat. You can check me out. I am on the internet. I like to yell about random things, but when I have more random things to yell about, that's where you'll find it out. The
Yes,
end.
yes. The end. Ah,
Phenomenal.
wonderful. Last but certainly not least, our wonderful artist, Lena.
Hey, it's me, Alina Pete. I've been playing Kale. We're both they, them. I will be at 2 conventions coming up over the next couple
Hell
weeks.
yeah.
Come find me at San Diego Comic Con at booth 1229. I'll be selling a bunch of new shirts, including one that says Tea is Magic and has a dragon on it. So that's on brand.
Hell yes.
I'll have to post in the chat. I'm really happy with it. And then the very next weekend, I will be at Gen Con for the best 4 days in TTRPG gaming. I will be at booth 1237, but I will also be doing a live version of my other actual play stream, Trash Heroes. I don't know if we have a room assigned yet, but if you search for Trash Heroes on the Gen Con live schedule, you can come check us out. I think we're almost sold out of tickets, but there's still a few spots left. And if you show up, we'll just try and like get people standing by the walls. Should be a lot of fun. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be up to, and also why I can't make the next game is I will be literally at Gen Con.
That is so fucking
Yes.
cool, though.
It's going to be fun.
You know,
So cool.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
it is very, very awesome.
I have
So
so many
we are
games I need
very
to buy
excited
this
for
year.
them. We're very excited for you, though. It's
Hell
gonna be
yeah.
good. It's gonna be
Great.
good. You'll have a wonderful time. But yes, so yeah, so tune in for Once Upon a Reflection. Keep an eye on our Discord for further announcements, including those about No Rest for the Wicked. And we
That's me.
will catch you guys hopefully on Friday, but with Empyrean on August 18th.
So long.
I know,
I
I'm
know.
sorry. All right. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.